If this doesn't make you want to throw up, we're failures.
The most annoying thing on two legs.
What a bore fest.
Who cares about the funny? Just bring me the porn.
Aren't we dumb? Hee.
Opie. Oh, do you want to play? Anthony.
I will beat children about the head.
Jim Norton.
I'm dancing. I'm a naked whore.
It's indescribable. I'm trying.
It's like a rape that's covered by insurance.
Some of the comments they make are uncalled for.
Why are you crying?
The virus finally hit him.
Well, with Jimmy, you never know. It could be AIDS.
No.
Yes. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus that spreads from town to town across the U.S. of A.
I hate you.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
You know what this means? Hi! Hi!
Yes, good morning.
Means we're back again.
I know.
Jesus.
Anthony and I were just talking. This old gag. A lot of people were praising us on such a great radio show yesterday.
Oh, fun-filled.
And Anthony and I are walking down the sidewalk feeling good about ourselves. Little Jimmy, of course, as well. And, what a great show. We're all happy.
Yeah.
And then we go back to our regularly scheduled lives. And a mere few hours later, we got to do it again.
Yep.
A blank slate.
That's it. Clean slate. What'd you do yesterday? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Guess what? I didn't even hear it. I was out sick.
Make me laugh today, funny man.
I don't care what you did yesterday. I was sick. Didn't even hear it.
How great was Louis C.K. yesterday, all day? Unbelievable. Over at XM, over here.
He was unbelievable, is right.
He's a funny guy. Just genuinely funny.
He'll be back on the program on Tuesday.
Goody good.
All right, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE.
Is it?
What is America talking about this morning?
We want to know, America. Give us a call.
Well,
tell us what you think about the discovery of the Mississippi River. Now that's a boon to our country.
It's almost time to put him out to pasture, huh? Good old Larry King.
New world. Fact or myth?
Well, we got a little snow here in New York City, I see.
Oh,
just
flurries.
a little bit on the
flurries
on the outskirts of town.
I don't even care about that. I just care about tomorrow. Just spelling gloom and doom for the temperature. Temperature's going to drop. Oh, but tomorrow, forget about it. It's going to be Arctic, freezing cold. Don't go outside. Don't have your skin exposed. Be sure to check the elderly. They'll go through the checklist of things you're supposed to do when it's cold that common sense people do.
I'm happy when it gets really cold in the winter because, you know, for New York, it was in the mid-60s around Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, people in the New York area understand, and other cities understand because it was happening to you as well. Not talking about West Palm Beach. You guys, whatever. I don't know. You got your own thing going on there as far as weather goes. But when it's 60, 65 around Christmas, you're happy that you're walking around in shorts and no coats and hats and gloves. But in the back of your mind, you're like, ugh, is this global warming?
Good. Bring it on.
And then when you finally get normal winter temperatures like we're going to have tomorrow, especially, you breathe a sigh of relief even though you're freezing your you-know-what off.
Bring on the global warming. I have not a problem or issue with it. I don't care. I think the panicky Pete's that are screaming that this is a horrible thing are exaggerating. Did you hear these reports of people that are like, in the next 15 to 20 years, a lot of our major cities will be underwater if this continues.
Yeah, this is one of our favorite things.
Oh.
Because they show the animation on TV, what New York City's going to look like in 15 or 20 years, and basically it's all the streets you know and love, and the subways completely flooded with water.
Flooded. They showed cars.
Cars floating in the water.
And you look and go, really? They've been chiming in with this global warming thing for a few years now. Now they only give us like 20 years, and the cities are going to be like covered in water. Wouldn't you notice, like, wouldn't you go down to the West Side Highway here in New York or one of the beachfront highways somewhere else and just go, wow, I'm really noticing the water creeping up.
Yeah.
If in 20 years it's going to be covered, believe me, you'd notice over the past 5 that it would have climbed a bit. It's not any higher than it ever was.
Not according to the animation. Just one day we're going to wake up and go, hey, how did this happen?
You're going to open your door and it's just going to be underwater.
Why weren't we warned? No, it's going to slowly but surely creep.
If it does.
If it does at all. And then guess what? You know, there's too much to lose here in Manhattan especially. Yeah. So I think...
You figure it out.
I think... We're going to maybe start building some structures to keep the water out.
Right. There's some type of solution that is there. I don't think we've ever given up on something as human beings like that, where it's like, well, the water does seem to be encroaching on it. All right. Abandon New York City.
Right.
Abandon every major coastal city. No. You deal with it.
You go outside in the morning to get your newspaper. Hey! What the hell?
There's 20 feet of water out here.
Who saw this coming?
My car is underwater.
I remember a puddle here and there. I didn't pay attention to that.
Don't you think by the time 20 feet of water was in New York City, that it would have been abandoned for years if there was no solution?
But
to the point where there wouldn't be subway trains and cars floating around. Like, it would just be... done, salvaged, like people would have moved entire buildings brick by brick somewhere else.
But once again, the animation, they show it like you jumped in your car and said, you know what, I could drive in 20 feet of water.
Like you woke up for the morning commute, made it into work, and by afternoon commute, 20 feet of water.
20 feet of water.
God damn, now what are we going to do? Enough.
Screw that evolution crap where slowly but surely happens.
No, it happens
according
immediately.
to the dumb news, it's going to happen immediately.
They love to panic you. So then when we get warm temperatures in December and even January, people start to, oh boy, here it comes. The ice caps. The ice caps.
I was watching TV on Sunday, and they showed some ice caps kind of falling into the sea, my friend.
Been happening for years.
My friend.
It's called the glaciers pulling back still from the goddamn ice age. And then they show, like, here's a mountain 100 years ago. Look at this picture. It's covered in snow. Here it is today. You can barely see any snow. And I look and go, and? So what? Things are changing. Geology's changing. Weather changes. Everything changes. The whole Earth is a living little organism. And that changed. And glaciers are pulling back. So, what's the big deal? Why does everybody freak out and think just because we're here on Earth, that Earth is supposed to just stop doing what it does anyway? I understand we're pumping exhaust fumes into the atmosphere, and that's contributing to it.
We're certainly helping it along.
Yeah. But since we are part of this ecosystem, what we do, I consider natural. We have the ability to take dirt and pieces of trees and water from the seas and somehow smash it all together and make an aircraft. It's brilliant. It just happens to burn fuel and blow out huge amounts of gases that kind of screw with the atmosphere. Oh, well.
Well, yeah.
If the planet doesn't want us here, it's going to shake like a wet dog, and we'll all go flying off of it, and it'll be fine.
And then we'll realize how unimportant we really were.
Exactly, people. We're not that important in the scheme of this planet. Relatively speaking, the blink of an eye, we've been here. Dinosaurs, they roamed around for millions of years, just trotting about, and then, all of a sudden, gone. We haven't been here for even a million years, really, in this form.
Mm-hmm.
So, deal with it.
All right.
If the Earth wants us here, we'll be here. If it doesn't, we're gone. It's not the other way around. We're not here to like, oh, the poor planet, what are we going to do? There's a species in the rainforest that is extinct now because of our encroachment. Yeah.
That doesn't bum you out at all?
I can't even...
That doesn't bum you out at all?
I can't even convey to you how much I don't care when a species disappears from the planet.
They show you that cute little creature.
A kinkajou?
That innocent, cute, little, adorable creature.
They're never adorable creatures.
You don't
it's
feel
usually
for
some
it a little
bug
bit?
that looks like a stick.
A bug with massive eyes.
Big eyes.
Looks like it's from another planet to begin with, so maybe it's just going home.
Yeah, it's just, who cares?
Maybe it decides, you know what? My vacation's over. I got to go back to where I'm from.
For some reason, important animals, we decide to, help out. Like the American eagle. Remember when that was endangered?
Oh, yeah.
It's off the endangered list. It's great. Say, we can fix stuff. If we really want to. If there's something roaming around the floors of the rainforest that we don't even know about, and so we could plow under some trees and build some factories, this thing winds up disappearing from the face of the earth, I don't really have much sympathy. I don't care about a bug. I don't care about an owl, a little hooty owl in the Pacific Northwest. They couldn't build something because there was a hoot owl. Who cares?
You live in the moment.
You got to.
People
don't realize.
You're not going to have kids, so you don't care what you leave behind.
But the kids, see, that's another thing. I think
if you have kids, you worry a little bit more because you want to make sure they're set up nice.
But that's such a pompous way of thinking as a person, as a human, as a life form. Don't worry. You're not gonna save the world for your kids either. It will be your kids' issue.
I'm not even saying
fix whatever problems
save the world. Just caring.
Caring for the world.
Yeah.
Making it the better place for your child.
You just don't care.
It doesn't work that way.
Right.
What happens is the humans, the new humans, the children, they take over for what we were doing and fix the problem. We're a big problem here on this planet, apparently. We're different from every other thing that's on this planet. We have this divine spark of thought and communication that's very specific.
Which proves we're not from here.
Well, perhaps. That's another argument.
Nah, we're not from here. It's very obvious. That's why we're so uptight.
Well,
we're not comfortable because this isn't our environment.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
We're the only type of creature like this, really. You could look at the ape or something like that, but I mean, but we're problem solvers. So if we're our generation dies off and leaves a bunch of children, they as they grow up and encounter these problems that perhaps we even left for them, they're not going to just go and run around Earth going, what do we do? Our parents aren't here to fix this. They fix the things themselves. We've had to do it. Well, as people, you come up with new technology. It actually helps the human mind advance and technology advance because you have to solve problems.
So you think we're fixing stuff that our parents and their parents
of course we are.
Couldn't?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're problem solvers.
Interesting.
People are problem solvers. We make our own problems, but we tend to be able to solve them so we could sit on this rock a little longer.
What the hell does this have to do with the weather dropping down to 10 degrees?
Global warming.
That's all I said.
Global warming, and it's going to be freezing cold.
That's all we were talking about. That's going to be cold tomorrow.
Bunch of peak panics.
It's too dark to do doom and gloom radio.
I know. You look out the window and go,
Mommy! Maybe when the sun pops up for us, then we could get a little braver with our speech.
It's even stupid Larry. Long Island saying the same thing.
Larry. Let's go to Larry on Long Island. Larry, what's up?
Hi, Larry.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Good morning, Larry.
I just think, Ant, the only reason why you don't really want to save anything is, like Ope said, you're not going to have any kids. So what do you care? You're just going to be driving around your car, doing 110, polluting the stuff out of everything.
Yeah, but I explain that. Like, our kids, by our, I mean collective, not mine
We're
included.
not having kids.
But it's like the kids grow up into people that then are faced with dilemmas and problems and good things. It's called life. It's been going on for years. Not a lot, like I said, but they will fix problems. There hasn't been one generation on this planet that is just screamed, pulling their hair out, going, "We're doomed." Oh, I can't think of anything. Can you? You know? Look at the 1500s and the 1400s. Half the friggin' globe was dying of the bubonic plague. They had things like that. You know, things went on. People, years ago, a lot of diseases.
What about the turn of the century? Like, in the early 1900s, the flu epidemic took out
influenza.
A massive amount of people.
And you know what happens? They come up with the flu shots, and they come up with better ways of sterilizing things, and they come up with other, and you fix these problems.
Anthony's a realist, by the way, because
thank you.
You know, there are a lot of people out there that do care about the earth, but none of us actually do anything about it.
No
one's actually driving around an electric car because they say it's better. No one is really recycling to the point that it would make a difference.
I'll give one guy credit. Ed Begley Jr. He's riding that goddamn bicycle to work every day. What a tool. I hope he gets hit by a Prius.
Come on, people. Follow my lead.
How great
Follow my lead.
Gets hit by a hybrid car. I'm so sorry. I've run over Ed Begley Jr. on his bicycle.
With that kind of attitude, though, it's kind of the same thing as, like, you know, like with all the gangs in the streets of L.A. and everything. I think, Anthony, your attitude would be, well, why don't we just, you know, arm them so they can just kill each other and that'll take care of the problem.
That is the dumbest analogy I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it makes no sense at all.
And that means your time with the Opie and Anthony show is over.
Done, Larry.
Goodbye, Larry.
I just think people put a little too much credence into people. You're putting a little too much importance on our existence here on this planet and a little too much importance on our effect on the planet itself. Don't worry.
I just walk around the streets of New York and I laugh at people because I look at them and I go, everyone thinks they're the most important person in the world. They think their lives matter. They think their little job and waiting online at the bank and getting groceries and paying bills and watching American Idol at night is so important in the overall scheme of things.
Oh,
we stink.
Nothing.
Our lives mean crap in the end.
Little organisms trotting around, just squirming on a friggin' round petri dish.
Right. But we think we're so important that we're going to knock down an entire forest to build new houses.
Don't worry about it. And that's another thing. Deforestation is destroying the earth. All right, you know something? For the time being, for this portion in time, it's probably not a good thing. But have you ever seen a town that was deserted? I used to take drives.
Love Canal up there in the Buffalo area.
Yeah, Love Canal's an
I
example.
drove through that many, many times.
But there's like towns through the desert that were there. Shut my phone off. There are towns through like the Mojave Desert on the old Route 66 and things that were booming towns. And then when the big freeways went through, people just abandoned these places.
I know.
Left them.
They talk about that in the movie Cars.
There is nary a bit of evidence that they even existed. You might see a foundation to a house or a building, or a little piece of concrete where a sign was for a diner or something.
You're saying nature has pretty much taken over these towns?
Right. The earth destroys this. Evidence of humans being on this planet can be, if we like wiped out tomorrow, evidence of us being here would be eradicated in, relatively speaking, on Earth terms. Such a short period of time, it would be ridiculous. This planet would be this fresh, new, green, friggin' lovely planet.
All right, chill out, man. It's too dark for this crap.
Yeah, am I creeping people out?
Yeah, you're creeping people out.
Good.
What do you
Wake
mean?
up.
Mommy, what do you mean someday I'm gonna die?
I didn't go that far. But
oh, that was a treat when you figure that out for the first time. Oh, that was just wonderful. I think my parents told me as they were leaving for the night.
All right, have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Dwelling on that for a while.
Have fun dwelling on that in the darkness while we go to dinner and a movie.
What?
Oh my God!
I have some questions.
I remember that day like it was yesterday. Just
yikes,
going along with my little life that was just so easy.
Yeah,
and then that thought finally sank in.
You think Egypt was just those pyramids?
Yeah.
That was it. Mm-hmm. Just the pyramids and that stupid noseless sphinx. That's all that was there. It was a huge, thriving metropolis. And now all that's left, and that's relatively speaking a short period of time, couple of thousand years, on this planet? It's nothing. And it's pretty much needed to pile up rocks, natural things, just rocks in piles. Right. That was the only evidence that they existed.
By the way, Yellow Yoda from Wagbag. Opie, did you say the movie Cars? Faggot.
Yeah, Cars.
I get all my knowledge.
I haven't seen that movie yet, but I
get all my knowledge from cartoons.
Well, we all should.
All right, listen. We're just getting started here. Will Donald Trump call into the Opie and Anthony show today?
Probably not.
Mancow is a douche. American Idol.
Is this a replay?
Dick Cheney. Netherlands plans dating show for the visibly disfigured.
What did you think the first time you heard that?
I'm thinking...
I thought we have a contestant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was thinking we got to get half Hulk face involved in that.
Yeah. And have you heard about the Skydiver?
Oh, that's
This is a
refreshing little story.
Skydiver charged with murder after love rival fell 13,000 feet.
It's
to her
murder.
death. This is an unbelievable story. We'll get into that as well. We got lots to do. Oh, yeah, and John and Jeff. Ugh! And our own station is effing us as far as the John and Jeff thing goes.
Yes, they are.
They are effing us, and we're not happy.
They're using our own audio against us.
Yeah, we'll explain that in a few minutes as well. Phones are lit. That's very nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Our phone number, just write it down for a future day. 1-866-313-FREE. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's go right to the phone and say hi to John on Long Island. John, what's going on today? Hey.
Hello there.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Good.
Listen, why can't you guys get along with John and Jeff? You know, Anthony, Jeff also owns a Mustang. You could bond with him.
You're obviously being sarcastic, sir, right? There's no way we'd ever get along with a show like John and Jeff.
Well, see, he said this morning that, hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, okay.
He said what? Let's go, John.
He said this morning he got pulled over in his Mustang by a cop because his muffler was playing a melodical tune, and it sounded so sweet that the cop wanted to know what kind of muffler he had.
Wow. Yeah. No. I know you. Are you car crashing John and Jeff or the caller? Because that's exactly what...
Is that what they did?
That's what they were talking about on their dumb show today. Yes!
Oh, God. See? I still can't figure it out.
Exhaust and mufflers for 3 hours?
One of them has a muscle car, and the other one was complaining because he's not doing his part for the environment by having one of those mufflers that makes it sound really loud. So for 3 hours, they were complaining about... how having a muscle car is only out to impress other men, not your woman that you're dating or married to. And that's what you should be concerned about in the environment, not impressing other guys. This went on for 3 hours about mufflers.
3 hours. Now, I understand a lot of America have no idea who John and Jeff are. By the way, Jimmy turned us on to John and Jeff well over a year ago. They're out in L.A., and they're two guys that are doing nice radio. So
Jimmy
I'm sure
was ahead of his time.
So I'm sure Mancow's really into the John and Jeff show. They're just nice, and even when someone trashes them, they know how to diffuse it in a nice way. They just talk about mundane, who gives a crap stuff.
Nice stuff,
nice radio.
Nice boys.
And they're pretty much the polar opposite of this fine radio show. And they're on before us here in New York and in a few other cities across America. And I guess someone called them about us this morning.
Yeah.
And they had nothing but nice things to say.
How do you say nice things about this despicable program after we just trash you and
yeah, well,
I don't know. These guys this has to be a theater of the mind kind of goof show. These guys have to be like scumbags, and they get on the air and just do a nice show and then laugh about what they did.
Well, just to keep get everyone up to speed, here's a promo for the John and Jeff Show. Just shows you how much different they are than us.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think women who keep their maiden names in marriage are high maintenance.
We're two guys who think DNA tests should be mandatory before a man's name goes on a birth certificate.
We're two guys who think nobody should get married before the age of 30.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys that think nobody should get married unless it's to another man.
The John and Jeff Show. The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who don't understand why realtors show pictures of themselves.
We're two guys who think it's cheaper to have an affair than getting a divorce.
We're two guys who think homeschooling is a brainwashing cult.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
I liked his Steve C. delivery on the phone. Oh, realtors have a picture.
We're two guys who shave our arms.
So then we decided to use their style and make our own promo. Don't worry, this is leading to a new chapter.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're two guys that hate when cut us off in traffic.
We're two guys that'll give you the courtesy of a reach around.
We're two guys that think a flight to Thailand is much too long.
We're two guys that think the age of consent should be 9.
You stay away from me, Jim Norton.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and Anthony
The Opie and Anthony Show.
We're just... I'm not going to say it because we'll get dumped out of.
We're two guys that think is delicious.
So, John Manelli.
Yeah.
What's up with John Manelli? We get along with John Manelli. We go way back with John Manelli.
He's our program director.
He used to write for the New York Post, and now he's the program director here in New York City.
Yeah.
He was the one that is responsible for bringing the John and Jeff Show to the airwaves here in New York City and maybe other... probably just New York City, I guess.
Was he drinking?
I'm
Did he have a drinking problem?
I'm hoping.
Did you wake up and go, whoa?
Because he's usually...
What did I do last night? Holy jeez, I signed what?
He's usually pretty perceptive, but on this one, I think he might have missed the boat. So he writes me an email, and he's like, I'm enjoying you guys beating up on my boys, John and Jeff, and he calls them my boys, John and Jeff.
His boys, uh-oh.
And then he goes, I'm thinking of using what some of the things you've said, or you guys have said, for a John and Jeff promo. And then I'm thinking, that's why John Manelli's the program director here in New York City. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because he's thinking out of the box. We need more people on regular radio to think out of the box and do things differently. So stupid me, I'm thinking there's going to be a John and Jeff promo where we're just beating the crap out of them. Just killing them, right?
Yep.
This is what he did. This is what he meant. And I know what he's going for. He thinks people are going to catch on and realize that that we're truly trashing them, but we're not in the promo.
Spliced together creatively, but you can tell.
You can tell that that this makes us look like we really like the show instead of mocking the show.
Yeah.
Listen for yourself.
3FM, late nights 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Now endorsed by Opie and Anthony.
It's two guys out of L.A. and they're nice.
I enjoyed the program.
Oh, God, they're terrific.
John and Jeff. It's what they call the spice of life.
I get it.
Very nice.
John and Jeff, just very sweet.
Qualified to give people advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some mornings I cannot turn that off.
It's so funny.
John and Jeff.
It's so funny.
Late nights 2 to 6. Funny. Now, O&A approved.
You gotta listen.
92.3 3FM.
See, the promo was put together so well that no one gets the joke.
It doesn't look
It
like...
really looks like we're truly endorsing these guys.
You're supposed to know that we were bashing them, and through some bad editing,
right,
it's trying to make it sound like we're like putting them over and making them sound good. But it just sounds like we're endorsing them.
Yeah. No one's getting the joke.
No one's getting that joke.
And now we look like idiots because we're actually telling our listeners that this show's good. Tim, you put that together, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. You will not find whoever is responsible for that.
Well,
they don't exist anymore.
Well, that's got to go. That's got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to make a promo where the splicing and the editing is so bad it's obvious what's going on there, then fine. But he can't make it sound like we really like this show. We don't like this show.
It's, as we said, not our cup of tea.
It's too controversial. I mean, all the stands they take. I mean,
oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious.
We're in a huge fight right here for our lives. They're trying to change radio in front of our eyes.
We are? What?
Yes. You got Mancow.
Someone in here trying to kill us?
You got Mancow. He's trying to, start a movement for responsible radio. You got the John and Jeff Show, which is just a nice show. They want nice radio, and we refuse to buckle. We refuse. Stupid Mancow made millions of dollars on doing shock jock radio, and now he's coming out with a press release. What, yesterday was it?
Yeah, trying to...
Do we have that dumb press release from Mancow?
Trying to keep people from doing entertaining radio or fun radio because of what happened to that woman at the Edge there in Sacramento.
I forgot her name already.
Jennifer Strange.
Oh, yeah. Good old Jennifer
I just remember
Strange.
The Strange part, and I remember the first name because... that name put me through a lot of hell. I have to write it on a check every quarter.
Well, and we're on in Chicago. Yeah, Mancow was huge in Chicago. We all know that. But, he decided, I don't know what he decided, to be honest with you. I think he was still doing, like, shock jock type of things, but it wasn't working anymore. And his audience was drastically dropping. Then he decided to change his act out of nowhere and make believe he never did the shock jock stuff. And his ratings plummeted to the point where his hometown station there in Chicago, I know he's not from there originally, got rid of him. So now he's like trying to, continue with his radio career in these like just these out of the way places.
Well, I'm a Christian now. I'm a Christian, and I'm trying to clean up the airwaves.
What? The second they put him on the Fox News thing to blab about something for a couple of minutes in the morning, he decided he was the new Sean Hannity.
Yeah.
Like he was going to just put that whole thing behind him.
And talk about the issues that are important to families and me as a Christian.
Shut up.
He did some great things in Chicago radio, but in the end, he let down his audience. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's obvious.
And this is his latest thing that just makes me want to puke in his face. Makes me want to do a baby bird right into Mancow's face.
The baby bird.
Mancow calls for the end of dangerous, voyeuristic radio stunts. The guy is a multi-millionaire for doing this type of radio.
For doing these shocking shock jock radio bits.
It did good by him, but now he's going to turn around and like now trash everybody that's still doing kind of edgy, outrageous, stunt radio at times.
Well, my religious beliefs have led me to a place where I don't feel this is appropriate anymore for children or families.
Really?
You thought it was appropriate back in 1993 when he tied up traffic on the San Francisco bridge there during rush hour, using vans to block the westbound lanes of the bridge while his then sidekick got a haircut, parodying President Clinton's haircut on Air Force One that tied up traffic at LAX.
What
there was no problem there?
What happens if there was an emergency vehicle that needed to get through, get to somebody that was in traffic, couldn't get there in time, and the person died?
The guy is the biggest phony, the biggest hypocrite. He still wants to have his name recognition and his name in print and on the news, and he can't do it with his radio show anymore. So now he's going to turn his back on this type of radio, even though it made him a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
A multi-millionaire. The police blotter. Sneed hears the radio twitch Mancow was arrested naked Thursday morning in front of the Museum of Contemporary Art. This happened back in 2001, Anthony, and hauled into the 18th District Police Station. He was protesting school art program cutbacks and asked his listeners to sketch him.
I was taken to jail naked where I was repeatedly raped.
Yeah, he was hauled away naked. Mancow got slapped on the butt with a minor ticket-like offense.
Slapped in the butt with a ticket. Yeah. Okay.
And then he did his stupid contest like eating cat food. I'm sure that was real safe, right, Mancow?
That's safe.
You were taking a chance when you were doing your cat food eating contest, you hack.
There are plenty of instances where people could have been injured.
Or how about walking into a Chinese dry cleaner with a bloodstained shirt and pretending to be nervous over supposed murder?
Oh, what if the person got all scared and pulled out a gun and fired and missed you and hit an innocent bystander.
How about Grand Theft Auto? Contestants would be issued car keys and then told to find an expensive automobile parked on a busy Chicago intersection. One of the keys would actually work. So the listeners would have to go around just trying their key on really nice cars in the area. That's not going to cause a problem with the real owner of the car, you dope.
Could get shot.
You dope.
But now he's all against all this stuff, huh?
And it goes on and on. Trust me, once again, this guy made millions of dollars doing shock jock radio stuff.
Shock jockery.
So he comes out yesterday. Mancow calls for the end of dangerous voyeuristic radio stunts. Chicago. Mancow announced that he is creating the Foundation for Responsible Radio. This is why Chicago doesn't want you anymore, Mancow.
The Foundation for Responsible Radio.
The people that used to listen to you are embarrassed by your actions. And this, of course, is in response to the water intoxication death of Jennifer Strange, whose tragic death was the result of what Mancow calls a voyeuristic FM radio stunt. The same type of stunt that he used to do that got him really big ratings and got him really huge contracts. The guy is typing this from a mansion somewhere. He should be ashamed of himself. Sacramento's KDND held a water drinking contest called Hold Your Wee for Wee. We all know by now, right? Yeah. Contestants were told to drink a certain amount of water every 15 minutes, with the last person that didn't throw up or go to the bathroom being the winner of Nintendo's latest gaming console called the Wii. Jennifer Strange pulled out of the competition complaining of a headache and was found dead in her living room that afternoon by her mother. The 28-year-old mother of three who worked at blah, blah, blah had told fellow contestants that she was hoping to win the game console for her kids. Last week, Mancow made appearances on Entertainment Tonight, Inside Edition, and The O'Reilly Factor, not because the guy cares.
No.
He doesn't give a crap. He just wanted to get his stupid face on TV because no one is paying attention to his actual radio show that used to be really popular, especially in Chicago.
And that is nowhere now.
Right.
It's like nowhere to be found. Little small towns here and there, so he's got to hop on a controversy. He's got to jump on a dead woman's body to try to get publicity.
He's in towns. I mean, if you gave me the list of some of these towns on a list, I would swear they were in England somewhere.
Yeah,
some weird England town.
Never heard of him.
No clue. So he was on there sharing his views and his opinions, right? Mancow expressed anger and frustration that these types of things are still going on. And this is why Bill O'Reilly's a hack, by the way. He had Mancow on, spewing how bad this type of radio is, and didn't even challenge the guy and say, excuse me, didn't you used to do this stuff?
Yeah.
Aren't you a multimillionaire because you did exactly this?
Right.
That's why he's a hack. No spin zone my ass.
And then when he said he's the fastest growing show in America,
right?
He didn't call him out on that either.
Right.
He's the fastest shrinking show.
Yeah.
The guy was in a major market, and now he's nowhere to be found.
Mancow expressed anger and frustration that these type of things are still going on. Small markets feel the need to do this to get ratings, and it is wrong, said Mancow. Mancow went on to say, voyeuristic radio has died or gone to satellite. America doesn't want this stuff. No, America does want this type of thing.
Wants entertaining radio. That's what America wants, to be entertained. And part of that is goofing on people. Having people come in and do certain things spontaneously or planned, stunts, things like that. Homeless shopping spree, things like that. It's fun stuff. He made his bones doing all that, and now he's It's like one of these born-again Christians.
Right.
They just don't understand, have no recollection of what the real world is like and what was working well for you.
Right.
Now, everybody's supposed to follow him like the Pied Piper.
Voyeuristic radio has died or gone to satellite. Really?
Yeah.
Mancow is extending an invitation to the radio community to help in the creation and support of his new organization. And this is why you are not heard in Chicago anymore. Yep. The Foundation for Responsible Radio.
That sounds great. Where do I join?
Mancow promised further information would be available soon at foundationforresponsibleradio.com.
What a tool. Who would join the likes of the Foundation for Responsible Radio? Just leave the business then. Just leave.
You're not going to be.
Pretty much have.
You're not going to be the next Sean Hannity, so just give it up. Congratulations, though. You made a great living. You made millions of dollars doing exactly what you want to now destroy.
Now, what we got here,
hypocrite.
Turd, you're in the car, and you're heading toward a wall. Is that it? The airbag's going to go off now. Turd, are you okay? Yeah, he had a guy named Turd on his show.
That would do horrific things.
Yeah, that would do things that most of them, though, weren't going to put him in danger because it was all faked stage stuff.
Yeah, he did a lot of fake radio. But Turd also did a lot of things that took his life in his own hands.
Yeah.
So Mancow could enjoy the massive contract.
Fruits of other people's labor.
Turd would take the chances with his own life.
That's right, Turd
was never paid properly.
Come here, Turd.
So Mancow could continue living in a mansion, but he's going to forget all about that now. Oh, this is the bit you're talking about, by the way.
Turd? Yes, sir.
Are you ready, bud?
15 miles an hour.
Listen how phony this is, by the way. Another thing, I think Chicago started realizing that the guy was just a complete phony and faking half his crap. And said, man, we're educated now. We know this is like sound effects and stuff.
Yeah, it's all produced.
We want to hear the real thing.
Turd? Yes, sir.
Are you ready, bud?
15 miles an hour. He's going to give us the countdown 20, as he goes racing into the side of a factory. 25. 30 miles an hour. 35. 35 miles an hour right now.
Oh, my God.
Maximum speed of 65. A long course has been set up.
Oh, my God.
Come on, Turd. 45.
That is, yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, of course the phone. Of course the dial tone. You got the same sound effect on a machine.
Dude, it's so obviously
That's not how a car
sound
crashes.
effect. You don't hear a car crash. It's a sound effect. It's a movie type. Like a lot of glass and things. Car crashes, we've all been in accidents. They don't sound like that.
No.
It's a very low thud metallic thing that happens.
It's a thud that just goes right through.
Yeah, you know it when you hear it, that's for sure.
Right.
And that ain't it.
It's not a balanced sound because it's in a studio with perfect acoustics, you ass.
And he's up to 65 miles an hour with just, like, what, a seatbelt? Was that pretty much what the gag was supposed to be?
Yeah, they were testing it.
He wasn't in, like, a new car? Oh, it was an airbag?
Yeah, they were testing an airbag.
Sure it was. Phone. Oh, God, how fake.
Was Turd okay?
I think he ended up okay.
Yeah, he walked back down the hall.
Are you okay? We'll get an update.
And they said, oh, that was such a great job. Take the rest of the day off because you can't be heard on the show now today.
Yeah.
They probably did it before his vacation, so he was out a week, and then he came back. Oh, you're out of the hospital. Oh.
I was in the hospital for a while.
Oh, wow. Wow, it's so weird that your hospital stay was exactly a week. What, were you laying in a tanning bed instead of a hospital bed? You're awfully tan for being in the hospital. What a douche.
Bright lights in the hospital there, Turd.
What a douche. Mancow.
Complete ass.
So there you go. That's what he's up to. He tried to set the radio world on fire with that dumb press release yesterday.
Well, much success.
Yeah, and if you want responsible radio, a lot of people like Carrie. Well, let Carrie say it here. Carrie, you're on the Opie and Anthony show.
If you're looking for responsible radio, go to AM.
Yeah, if you want responsible radio, go to AM. Go to Radio Disney.
Oh, there you go. That's responsible.
That's right. There's plenty of responsible radio.
Well, the John and Jeff show, that's responsible radio.
Right. You won't hear anything controversial there or interesting.
Right. Responsible for homosexual activity.
Right. And that dumb show in Sacramento, they weren't taking any chances in their minds. It was an unfortunate thing that happened to Jennifer Strange. Absolutely. And I truly do feel bad for her and her family. But that type of radio has been going on for decades and nothing has ever happened.
That was the safest show.
It was such a safe show.
What if someone choked to death doing the Nathan's hot dog thing that they put on television every year?
Yeah.
Right.
That's an absolute
possibility. That hasn't happened.
If someone choked to death doing that silly little
it would be
contest.
So similar to what happened.
Absolutely.
I mean, the odds are so ridiculous, especially with a radio show, with that happening to a radio show. And it did happen, and that sucks. We got the John and Jeff muffler discussion. Oh, boy.
We're really
wow.
But this is probably perfect for Mancow's new organization, Responsible Radio.
Yeah. Foundation for Responsible Radio would enjoy this type of broadcasting.
That's right.
I'm certain of it.
And I got a message for Chicago today, because we're on WCKG. I'm sorry that Mancow let you guys down. I really am. He was doing some great things for you guys, and then he lost his effing mind.
Yeah, I think he did kind of go a little crazy. I think everybody that makes that real quick turn in life, you know, that I'm going to change this, and it's kind of, when all of a sudden you find Jesus and stuff, it's all well and fine. I mean, whatever, you know, makes you feel better. But there's always something going on. You don't just decide one day, you know, I think I'm just going to, you know, find Jesus. There's always some kind of low you hit.
Yeah.
Or something happened, or you have some kind of a little psychological thing kind of happens, and that's why you're looking for that.
Usually when you find Jesus, it's because you were found in a pink bunny suit with the front of it cut out and the back cut out of it.
Crying next to a bleeding hooker.
I love that bit.
I didn't know. We were just laughing and talking, and now I can't even look. Oh, look
it's my favorite bit, man. We just got to throw that bit online because we refer to it all the time. How long is that bit? Like a half hour? I love that bit.
Just the responsible guy, the family guy. He decides, after just years of wanting to do this, he decides to get a hooker and just be real kinky. If you let out his kink, he wants to dress in a bunny suit and just have sex with a hooker. And something goes terribly wrong, and he ends up like killing her somehow, or she dies. And he's just sitting on the edge of the bed while the cops are interviewing him in his bunny suit, all bloody in the front.
Oh, be careful. This isn't responsible radio.
No. Ugh. And he's just crying. My wife and kids. Oh, my wife and kids are going to... And he keeps looking back at the hooker just laying there with her eyes glazed open, just bleeding. We were having fun, and oh my God, I can't...
Anthony does this for me, I know. I can't get enough of that.
I love that scene.
And then he's just sitting there trying to figure out what his next move is.
What's your next move when you're in a bloody bunny suit with a dead hooker next to you?
And then your jeans are like draped over a chair, and the cell phone's in the pocket, it's ringing, and you see that it's home calling.
Oh, that's my wife.
Oh, no.
It's the number's my wife. Oh. It's just over. There's no getting out of it. You're done. You're done. One indiscretion, one night.
Didn't someone animate that bit?
Oh, yeah.
It's on what? Whackbag and opieandanthony.com?
Yep.
It was part of our video contest?
Yeah, someone animated it.
Oh, God.
It's really
can't get enough
creepy
of
looking.
That bit. Just a dude. He's had just an average life in general. He's on the road. And he's like,
just looking for one little night of excitement.
I've had this weird itch for 20 years. You know what? I'm just going to do it one time.
Yeah.
One time. I'm going to troll for a hooker.
And since it's only once, I got to do I got to let my fantasies out. I want to be in a bunny suit.
I'm going to get my freak on.
And I really want to have some violent sex with a hooker. And I'm going to do this. And then she's just dead.
And then I'll go back to my loving family.
Yeah.
And then I know it'll be out of my system for good. And then I could continue with my average life for another 20 years.
I'm a parts dealer for an automotive firm, and I just wanted to... Oh, God.
I thought it was a dream.
Is she okay? The EMTs are just, like, looking over at each other, like, shaking their head and pulling the sheet up over her.
No. Our scenario is that he just tries to completely hide the crime until then it's just impossible.
We can't do it. Yeah, can't do it.
Like he starts by calling the front desk and saying, can I have a late checkout?
Yeah. I'm going to need a late checkout.
You wrap the dead hooker in the shower curtain, thinking maybe I could somehow get her out of the hotel room with the shower curtain.
But you're a parts dealer for an automotive firm. What do you know about disposing of a body?
And then you're like, well, I know I could get away with this, but then they're going to ask where the shower curtain went.
Yeah, oh, God, I'm in so much trouble.
Next thing you know, you got like some kind of saw, and you're just sawing body parts away in the bathtub.
You have to throw, that's how the story went. He throws her in the bathtub and tries to disassemble her so he can get her out a piece at a time. And he's just never used this horror. He's just snapped. He's in a completely blood-soaked bunny suit, trying to saw in half with like a butter knife he got from room service.
God, it's my favorite thing.
It's just so horrific.
Phone's ringing, and the little kid is back from Boy Scouts, just wants to tell his dad how it went.
Yeah.
And he's in the bunny suit still, trying to keep a straight face.
That's great, son.
A calm demeanor.
That's great.
Daddy will be home soon.
You know, it's a great scene, sort of like that, is when William H. Macy in Fargo is sitting down after the debacle with the money exchange happens, and his father-in-law's dead, his wife is kidnapped, like everything went wrong. And he's just sitting there, and his son is asking him questions from upstairs, and he's just, yeah, okay, just go to bed now. And like he just knows his life is over, he's done.
Yeah.
That's the great example when they walk into the hotel room, and he's like, yeah, just a minute.
Yeah. And
the cops bust the door open, and he's trying to climb out the window in his underwear. No!
There's some ass on instant feedback, just a ton of Z's and a snore and then more Z's. You know, if that dude is still listening, then you know what? This show ain't for you. Just go listen to, I don't know.
By the way, I Z at the Z email. Like, all right, it's so hack for a friggin' instant feedback to put the Z's.
Yeah. All right.
You're doing a hack Z thing.
We're running late. Let's say hi to Richard in St. Louis. Richard, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Opie?
Hey.
I got a example of responsible radio for you.
Yeah.
I was listening to Mancow in a small Missouri town while y'all were on vacation. He had on the director of Beer Fest, and they started telling the guy how irresponsible it was to be showing binge drinking to college students. It was riveting.
The guy just has lost his mind.
Once again, Chicago, I'm really sorry. The old Mancow was taken away from you by the new Mancow. What a douche.
Who is that guy?
What a douche. He let everybody down in Chicago. That's a fact. And his type of radio will not catch on. It will not catch on in America.
I don't even know what it is.
What is
type of radio?
What's the organization again? The, what?
The
Foundation for Responsible Radio.com. Wonderful. All right. We'll step aside. Yeah, Fargo. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a whole Fargo thing going on there.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
He's fleeing the interview. Love that movie.
Maybe that's where that whole bunny thing comes from.
Yeah, it kind of is like a William H. Macy thing.
I love Fargo.
He thinks that whole plan is going to work out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my deal. Come on, Wade.
But you just can't even go to like...
you just some great numbers.
You can't even go to the local store without all eyes looking at you going, I know, they know.
I know.
Oh, my God. When is it gonna happen? When are they going to arrest me?
When he loses his mind for that short burst in his office at the car dealership.
I got to watch that now again.
Starts like just breaking things.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect on that.
John and Jeff, the muffler?
Have to.
The muffler. Not the muffler.
And then one of our callers got in to say that Opie and Anthony are talking about you. And then, of course, because they're nice and responsible, they thought it was great.
Else.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony!
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Irresponsible radio at its best. The O&A virus spreading across America. Good morning, Chicago. Good morning to you. Hey, before we take the next break, just somebody in this room remind us that we have to play Pamela's version of the sign. The whole version.
That's rough because we just came out of a break. So we can't do a lockdown.
Just focus, though. Focus.
All right.
The listeners are begging for this today.
Full
begging.
Version. Ice on the swing.
I believe it's up on opieandanthony.com, but it'll give you a chuckle. Also on the way, Dick Cheney losing it on CNN. John Kerry getting a little choked up.
A little misty-eyed, huh?
But they keep pulling us in. We got to go back to the John and Jeff thing. We have to.
I hate these guys.
That are supposed to make this show. What were these promos they keep giving us? They're not representative of the show.
Not at all.
No. Well, for the rest of America, we pulled the John and Jeff bit of the day. This is the show that is on before us. That's really going to help us with the ratings, I got to tell you.
Great lead-in.
Thanks for the lead-in, fellas.
Just like Friends or Seinfeld. Great lead-in, thanks.
Yeah. It's just like having American Idol as your lead-in before you talk to the entire country.
Before your State of the Union address.
Right. It's the same exact thing that's going on here. But
I'd rather listen to mating nursing sharks.
A little more entertaining.
But, you know, because some of the countries, they're bitching, like, look, we have no idea because we don't have John Jeff on in our market. Well, don't you worry. E-Rock has a new job. His job is to get the John and Jeff bit of the day.
How can he screw that up?
And today's bit was them talking, according to E-Rock, for 3 hours about mufflers.
About mufflers and muscle cars.
And muscle cars. So we got just a little taste. Just a little taste of John and Jeff. And trust me, this is leading to a big laugh.
Well, last night, Jeff and I had dinner with our agent, our business agent. And it was an early dinner, and I decided...
By the way, guess who represents them?
Don't say it.
I swear to God. The same guy that represents us.
Our agent, of course.
Will you get rid of these hack radio shows and focus on us, you dummy? What a dummy.
Well, last night, Jeff and I had dinner with our agent, our business agent, and...
wow, what a bore fest that must have been.
Decided, okay,
Holy
I'll
Jesus.
get there on time. And all of a sudden, I hear...
Oh, and someone sexy walked by? Yeah. Were you growling? Was Steve in the room with you?
Young Laotian busboy.
When a man makes that noise, it sounds very manly.
Yeah.
How do you mess that up?
This ain't it. And I heard, wow, wow.
And I'm like, wait a minute. That's got to be Jeff. And I start looking around. I'm at a stoplight.
Jeff's the power bottom.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but...
Sloppy party bottom.
Looking around. I'm at a stoplight. And about 20 seconds later, Jeff's car passes in front of me. That means I heard Jeff's car a half a mile away at an intersection. I mean, Jeff, this is getting to the point where... you are not doing your part for the environment.
Oh, no.
I mean...
All right. All right, the whole thing's a joke. The whole show has got to be a goof on this type of radio.
Remember, it's
and they are geniuses, and they're goofing on this type of radio because no one actually goes, no,
stop.
Oh. Right? It's a joke, right? Come on, someone let me in on
it. If it was out of New York, I'd say yes, but it's out of L.A. No, that's who they are.
No, Jim.
I think the question was, do you like vaginas?
No. Ew.
Not doing your part for the environment.
Oh, no.
I mean, if I can hear your car a half a mile away, your neighbors must hate your guts. And the reason you drive it is because you want people to look at you when you're driving. It's almost like when a woman gets breast implants. A woman gets breast implants for attention.
There's a hard time talking about this.
Jeff drives his muscle car for the same sort of attention.
You know, John, some guys are into wine. They love a nice glass of wine. Some guys are a connoisseur of beer. I love premium.
Thank you. So glad you got that.
Gotta explain, man. Anthony added that beep right at the perfect time. At the perfect time.
I love, yes, I bet you do.
No man says they're a connoisseur of beer.
Are you, some people are into wine.
Don't you say you're a beer drinker?
Yeah.
No one is an actual connoisseur. They might like trying out different beers, but they would never use the term connoisseur.
You know there's one connoisseur of beer, Jim Cook.
Yeah, there you go.
His whole life is beer.
Right.
That's it.
They love a nice glass of wine. Some guys are a connoisseur of beer. I love premium exhaust. I love the sound.
I believe that you seek out attention from strangers with the car that you drive. You are like a woman with breast implants. That's really what you're all about. Listen, some guys will drive a Corvette when they reach 50 in order to get attention, but they're 50, and they're trying to get someone who's 18 or 19 to jump in the car. But, Jeff, you're already married.
Yeah.
So why would you want to drive a loud car? I mean, you're faithful to your wife, so now you have all these women checking you out, and then you're teasing them. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either. Good little remark there. I don't understand.
If Mancow has it his way, this is what you would get to hear.
That is
all over
responsible
the
radio.
Boring.
That is responsible.
Boring.
The foundation for responsible radio doesn't even have to look at those people.
Right.
I want those guys on a loop. It's all I want to listen to.
Be careful, John's
going to the next promo.
Yeah, John Manelli's going to make it into the next promo. If you weren't listening about a half hour ago, we trash these guys every day. We can't get enough of this, right? And we say horrific things. And John Manelli, he calls me up and goes, I'm going to use some of the stuff you guys are saying about this show to make a promo. And I'm thinking, brilliant. He's thinking out of the box. He's going to actually just have a promo where we completely trash him. And that alone will get people to actually listen. Because even there are people out there that will listen to stuff they hate.
The awful shows.
Right.
Yeah.
But then John Manelli let us all down, and he took what we said and made it sound like a real endorsement. Once again, here's the promo.
Yeah.
And then we fight back after the promo.
Free FM, late nights 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Now endorsed by Opie and Anthony.
It's two guys out of L.A. and they're nice.
I enjoyed the program.
Oh, God, they're terrific.
John and Jeff, what they call the spice of life.
I get it.
Very nice.
John and Jeff, just very sweet.
Qualified to give people advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some mornings I cannot turn that off.
So funny.
John and Jeff.
So funny.
Late nights 2 to 6.
Funny.
Now, O&A approved.
You gotta listen.
92.3 Free FM.
Look, man, I would say less than 1% of the people that are listening to that promo believe that it's a goof.
Would take that as the joke that it's supposed to be.
I would say well over 99% of the people going, wow, this show has to be good. Opie and Anthony like this show.
We're endorsing it.
John Manelli let us down. He wimped out, so, we didn't.
Take it into our own hands is what we do,
so
my friend.
Good old Steve and Dirk and the gang.
Yep.
They made the promo that should have been made.
Mm-hmm.
That should be playing on this station when we're not here. It's a little different.
Free FM. Late nights 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Frowned upon by Opie and Anthony.
One of them sounds kind of gay, and the other one visits Thailand.
John and Jeff just stink.
In my opinion, they sound like fruits.
People that go to Thailand are kid touchers.
They're awful.
If there is a gay sound, that is it.
It's crap.
John and Jeff.
It's crap.
Late nights 2 to 6. When the rest of the world is sleeping. 92.3 Free FM.
Now that hits it.
John Manelli, let's see what you're made of. It's done and ready to go.
Put it in rotation.
Put this in rotation.
That's the one we want playing.
And get the other one out of rotation.
That promo is O&A approved.
Absolutely. So then, this will be it for today. Until next time, we'll try to rest this for a while. But one of our callers got into John and Jeff this morning.
All right.
They called John and Jeff, whatever.
Steve,
can I say one more thing?
Very quickly, we're very late here.
The people that come on after you in New York, I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to give them any advertisement. Boy, they trash you guys, and I crack up because the more you talk bad about somebody, the more people want to hear.
Well,
what happened?
Iraq screwed up.
Yeah, we want the part where they actually...
Iraq, complete tool.
What happened? I guess it what?
You guess it cut off, either that or we all went deaf together.
How about on mic there, Iraq?
Your answer is, I guess it cut off?
I burnt it. I don't know what happened to it, but I have it right here if you want to...
Can you burn yourself?
You're John and Jeff as one.
All right, here. Let's play it again.
Steve,
can I say one more thing?
Very quickly, we're very late here.
The people that come on after you in New York, I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to give them any advertisement.
boy, they trash you guys, and I crack up because the more you talk bad about somebody, the more people want to hear it. So I'm sure they're promoting you guys very well.
Well, Opie and Anthony, we're happy to be the opening act for their show in New York, and hey, it's all good. So, Steve, thank you very much for the call. We appreciate it.
Yeah, rock on.
All right, have a good night.
I hate radio. They're so nice.
They are too nice for their own good.
You have to fight back at this point. We've said horrific things about you boys.
We're bullies.
How about this? I'm going to rape John and Jeff.
All right, well, listen. We go to break with a little sing-along for everybody. The listeners are loving this. We got to play this.
Who reminded you?
Than.
Thank you, Than, because I completely forgot.
Than gets a few gold stars today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look, Danny's all mad. He's not getting any.
We had a karaoke contest, blah, 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 for a MacBook, and Pamela Hartman won. She did I Saw the Sign.
How could she not win?
If you're a new listener, you haven't heard this yet. If you're an old listener, you've only heard a snippet.
Yep.
We finally got the entire version. It's only like 3 minutes long.
Let me tell you, though, it's 3 minutes long. The rest of your day will be consumed by singing this song like she did.
Yeah.
That's what I did yesterday. We played it over at XM. I left. I could do nothing but sing the song the same way she does. So all the swings.
So this is Pamela as we go to break.
Yeah.
I Saw the Sign. Listen closely.
Extended version.
Extended version. It will be stuck in your head today.
Yeah. I saw it. What'd you see? I saw it. I got a new life. You would hardly recognize me. I'm so glad I'm a new person like you, really you. Oh, dear bother when you're not the one for me. Ooh, is enough enough? I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. But where do you belong? I got a new game. There's any reason want to who you are. I'm a new person like you, baby joy. I'm with a pale moon where I see a lot of stars. Ooh, is enough enough? I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life's demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. But where do you belong? Oh, oh, oh. And it opens up my eyes, and I am happy not living without you. I left you, oh, oh, oh. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. The sign, I saw the sign. 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 And it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Sign.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Virus.
Come on. She's naked!
Me and Steve were having a quick conversation about what she might be doing in the bathroom, and you turned the mics on, and I didn't have the headphones on. I started laughing because it was really disgusting.
I try to do that to you all the time.
I know. Catch me in mid-sentence.
You're on to me finally.
Steve had an awful thought, and I elaborated on it, and we laughed.
Girl across the way is naked this morning. On her, was she on her exercise bike?
She did the bike. She's got a routine, so she did the exercise bike, and then she stands on her head for a few minutes with her sweatpants on that she
What is that
puts
supposed to
on.
accomplish?
I don't know.
I've heard it's actually recycling the blood, or whatever, getting the blood to go backwards. It's supposed to be really good for you. Headstands are supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then she takes her clothes off and kind of walks around her room a little bit, which is the big picture window, and then walks into the bathroom. So Steve was assuming she was doing something other than showering or brushing her teeth. She's doing some type of biological function and really wrecking the joint. That's the illusion we have.
Steve taking the sexiness out of her.
Of course.
Oh, you think the headstands to stir things up?
Yeah.
Get them moving?
After that exercise bike, yeah, it's probably, do the headstand. Compact it the other way a little bit.
She loves this, though, man. No curtains or shades, nothing.
No, not a curtain.
New to the world.
Facing a building. Facing a building.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. We get paid to do this. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
We're not responsible.
Phone number's 1-866-313-FREE. Still lots to do. Ian Bernardo. People are talking about Ian Bernardo today. He's from New York. He was the first dude on American Idol last night. We'll get into that in a little while, I guess. And I'm hearing rumors that he's from my old college, Geneseo.
The gay guy?
The gay guy's from Geneseo? He went to Geneseo? Oh, God.
Saying the gay guy on American Idol is a little redundant.
True.
90% of the guys that go on that show during the audition process.
Well,
hi, I'd like to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Well, guys like Ian Bernardo, they're going to wreck American Idol. See, the reason William Hung works so well, the guy really thought he had what it takes to be the next American Idol, and then he became a star for the Goof Factor and for his awful singing. So now every year they really, really focus on the awful singers. But now people are going in knowing that, so they're trying to really play it over the top.
It's another way of winning American Idol.
Right.
If you don't even make it past the first step there, as long as you've made yourself a complete tool that people talk about the next day, you're kind of a celebrity.
Yeah.
So you kind of cut the corner there. You don't have to go through the whole show, and you still have some kind of celebrity status. It's like with any reality show, though. They always initially they have the right idea, and they film people kind of acting natural. Mm-hmm. And then after a while, during the casting process, people understand what the producers of the show want, so that's what they give them, and it becomes something totally different. I was watching, not even watching, I saw like a commercial for The Real World. That is a completely different entity than it was when it first started. When it first started, it was just, pretty much average people, average 20-year-olds in a house. They throw them in there and see how they interact. Little social experiment. And now it's just this big, it's like the friggin' OC. They're all, every episode, it's just, this one's making out with that one in the hot tub. And it's an episode of the OC.
Yeah.
It's nothing anymore about the real world or people interacting.
Back in the day, these reality shows really worked because you didn't really believe that the show was going to really catch on with everybody. You knew the cameras were there, but you're like, who's really going to see this crap? Mm-hmm. And that's why you got some real reality moments. But now everyone's playing to the camera. They know what has worked in the past, so they're going down that same road.
Remember Puck?
From San Francisco's Real World.
He was a complete ass, tool. But it was pretty much authentic. That's like how the guy was. He was just an ass to everybody. And then you noticed after him, he kind of set like the benchmark. And then there had to be the jackass in the house, So people would go in there acting like that. And it didn't come off as sincere or real or anything. So,
well, I'm looking at a scene.
They stink now.
Hey, man, it's really hot. You got two girls in a hot tub completely making out.
Where?
But they're doing it for the cameras and doing it for their own exposure.
Oh, yeah. See, it's like, all right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
gonna
seeing
get
that, but
people watching, but why not just call it Two Girls in a Hot Tub and just play it?
Right.
It's not the real world. It's like that's what they're looking for, so that's what they give them. It's no more, let's put the cameras in and see what they do. It's let's put the cameras in and kind of tell these people what we want.
Right.
That's not natural.
And they probably
people aren't going to just do that.
They probably hint and go, look, if you're not doing anything really crazy or outrageous, you're not going to get a lot of TV
Not going to get a lot of time. We edit out a lot of stuff here, so you
remember, the cameras are rolling 24 hours a day, Most of this stuff is going to be on the editing floor.
People want to see things like, maybe some making out in the hot tub, things like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Make out in the hot tub, girls.
It's sexy. It's cornball played for television.
Yeah, that's what it is. It doesn't come off as real.
A grain silo with a strap on it. If you're not, then don't waste my time.
I used to be a huge real world fan. I haven't watched in I don't even know which
years.
The last one I watched, many years. But getting back to Ian Bernardo. So he's playing it up, trying to be the next William Hung. That's what's going on here, and it's not legit. He knows he's an awful singer, and he also plays it like, what do you mean I'm an awful singer?
Yeah, hey,
Ian,
don't put me down.
Ian, you know you're an awful singer. You look like a complete phony on that show last night.
Yeah, he was acting.
This is him introducing himself to the judges.
Hi, how you been?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
How are you?
What's your name?
My name is Ian Bernardo. That's my name.
How old are you?
I am 25 years old, Mr. Cowell.
All right, and why are you here, Ian?
To try out for American Idol.
No, I know that. It's good.
That's like, why else would I be at American Idol? I'm here to be the next American Idol. I thought that it would be a nice addition to my already long and impressive resume.
Which is
superstar, dancer, singer. And this is chinchilla, and I'm wearing it specifically to show the world how wealthy I can be.
Well, you're not a superstar, but you are a singer.
I am
dancer.
A superstar.
No, with respect, Ian, you're not a superstar, but you may be a singer and a dancer.
I am a singer, I'm a dancer, and I am a superstar. You can ask my family, you can ask my friend, you can ask one of my therapists. I am...
One of them? How many therapists do you have?
I have two.
All right, okay. What are you going to say?
All right, okay. Yeah, like...
And here's the deal. What they're looking for...
I was just disgusted by it.
I think it's pretty obvious to everybody, but before you go in front of those guys, you're going in front of a bunch of other people, and they're looking for two simple things: real talent and real goof factors.
Yeah.
And then these guys make believe that a guy like Ian actually could win the whole thing. It's like, why don't you tell us? We're not dumb. Tell us, look, we're now going to show you some really dopey people for a while.
And they're all, the three of them there are all briefed on who walks in that door.
They already know that this is a goof.
Of course.
A goof audition coming up.
They know what to ask them to get the answers they want because they've been briefed.
Right.
And the people have been pre-interviewed before they go in by producers. There's no spontaneity to this show. And it's getting worse every year with that. Like, you see more of the stupid people acting.
And they're going to ruin it. They got to be really careful. So this is Ian singing Gloria. And, he's making believe that this would actually get the job done. And this is what annoyed the hell out of me last night.
Gloria, you're always on the run now, running after somebody. You're gonna get him somehow. I think you got to slow down before you start to blow it. I think you're headed for a breakdown, so be careful not to show it. You really don't remember. Was it something that he said, or the voices in your head calling Gloria? Gloria, don't you think you're falling? If everybody wants you, why isn't anybody
punch
calling?
This idiot in the face.
You don't have to answer, leave him hanging on the line. Hey, 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 calling Gloria. Gloria, how you gonna go down? Will you meet him on the main line, or will you catch him on the rebound? Will you marry for
See, he's just trying to do a William Hung. He knows William Hung is making a really nice living right now. It's so fake.
I like the fact that when they took the therapist side, okay, like, I'm not going to play into your questions.
Right.
Like, you're supposed
Simon
to go
really doesn't want to
have one of my therapists. Oh, intriguing, young man.
Yeah. Well,
who cares?
Of course, the judges, wow, big surprise. They hate it. They hate his performance and have to tell him.
Randy.
And then he has to act surprised.
God, dude, I don't even know what to say.
Thank you.
Didn't mean it that way.
3 syllables, Hollywood. Like, it's not that hard.
Are you real? Are you real? Is this real?
No.
Breathing, I'm real.
You know it's not
Ian.
real.
Let me tell you what this was, Ian. This was a very hammy, bad audition for you as something you aspire to be, which obviously isn't a singer. And it's bad. It's not funny. You're not good at anything. And this is all your lips.
Ian,
I haven't finished yet. Ian, I haven't finished yet.
Good for you, Simon.
Yeah, you're not funny.
It's just rubbish.
Rubbish. That's British for garbage? Like, what is that? Like, rubbish. Who says that
Ian,
word?
You know what,
even?
Ian?
No, I don't know. Who says that word?
Do it outside.
Who are you?
Do it outside.
Do it outside? Do you even have a working visa to be here?
I am bored of you.
I want to see, as a tax-paying American in my country, I want to see your working visa because I don't think you're legally...
Ian, I'm bored now.
I'm bored with you. I don't think it's fair that you're critiquing me like this.
Take Mr. Boring out.
Mr. Boring out? Who are you? Oh, I've had it with this one. Oh, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. My face should be right here, and you have the audacity to...
Do you point to someone's crotch?
You're not even American, and you're in my country, and you're going to tell me what an American Idol is?
Bye.
I have never... This was... Oh,
there goes Daddy's big disappointment.
Oh, so fake. That was totally fake, bad acting.
Bravo
and
to Simon.
Yeah, bravo.
Saying this isn't a good, bad audition.
Like, this is
there
just
are
nothing.
good, bad auditions because the people don't realize how awful they are.
Yeah, they think they're good, and they sing, and they suck, and then they get ripped apart. Simon was just like, yeah, I see this is a guy trying to make... I have a little bit of fame by being goofy.
Right.
You bore me, get out of here. Good.
Right. Hopefully we have enough time to talk about Sarah. Completely crazy. Starts off all nice and happy.
Really?
And then by the end of it, a complete raving lunatic. I want to play the audio for the people out there that might have some experience on this and can tell me what is her mental problem.
Oh, cool.
It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. If you want, we can do it right now, but we got this great story.
We have to tell this story. We have to.
All right.
Story of
we'll try to get to Sarah Goldberg in a little bit, but this story just in from the Opie and Anthony newsroom. It says AP on it, so it's got to be true. Goat allegedly sexually assaulted.
Allegedly.
Bestiality. At its finest here, folks. Very sad story. And you want to take this one?
D. Thompson Poirier, some French name, animal control officer in Okaloosa County.
Oh, one of Mancow's big markets, by the way. Yeah,
right by Mossy Head, Florida.
Right.
Fact. Says in her 20 years of in this profession, she has never seen anything like it. A goat allegedly sexually assaulted at the hands of a human. We took it to the vet, and no doubt in her mind the goat had been sexually molested. So the vet, I guess, the expert there, checked and said it had been. This bizarre and disturbing case began over the weekend when the owner of the goat in Mossy Head, Florida, called to say her female goat was dead, and it appeared suspicious. Thompson Poirier.
What makes it suspicious, by the way?
There's a ribbon in the goat's hair. Pornographic magazines near it.
They just don't give you enough detail in these stories. What made it suspicious?
It probably... If you saw it, I bet you would be like, that looks suspicious. You know?
All right,
like, I've seen dead goats growing up and stuff out in California, and they didn't look suspicious at all. It was just like, the goat died.
Yeah.
Or something. That probably looked, and you went, oh, yeah. That goat's been molested.
Yeah.
They found the goat with a blindfold handcuffed to a king bed.
Oh, apparently, the goat's dress was hiked up around its waist. Posed provocatively.
They had to use a rape kit.
Yeah.
They took DNA samples.
Took DNA samples. They were sent out to the lab. Officials said there are several reasons why they believe a human did this. First, because of the injuries to the animal. Also, there were no male goats on the property at all. Finally, the goat is pregnant by a goat, meaning the goat was not in heat. So if there was a male goat around, it wouldn't have been able to do that because, she wasn't in heat. So they turn around and kind of, headbutt it.
Male goats have self-control? Who knew?
No, male goats don't, but the female goat will, turn around and smack them.
Oh, okay.
Smack them in the head.
All right.
In our investigation, this is something they've been dealing with and have not had much success in prosecuting for several years. Wow, something they've been dealing with? They've dealt with this before? Is that what they're trying to say?
This sort of assault may have been going on for years, and there may be other goats which have been victims in the Mossy Head area.
Oh, no.
He's a serial goat rapist.
Goat raper.
Serial goat rapist on the loose.
Are they asking them to come forward?
The suspect's name has not been released because he's not been charged. Officials are awaiting results of the DNA test. The animal control officer in Florida, it's not a crime to commit a sex act with an animal, but it's a felony to torture or kill them. While no exact cause of death has yet to been determined, the vet believes the goat may have died of a stress-related heart attack, and that would make this a felony crime.
Yeah, wow.
Poor little thing.
Poor little thing. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Hanging onto a dead goat, just trying to wrap things up quickly.
Oh, yeah. What if that happened? That's necrophilia, bestiality.
Goat gets too heavy, you have to fall down to the dirt with it.
Oh, what a horrid scene. Oh, the goat's dead.
Oh, back to the bunny suit.
I just wanted to... I did something I've thought about, just experimenting with a goat. Now it's dead. DNA! Oh.
He's reading about it in the paper. Going, it's just a matter of time.
They're going to get me.
He probably thought, he figured it out perfectly. There was no one around.
No one's there.
And now he's
going to happen.
He's stuck under the goat that died of a heart attack, trying to figure out how he's going to get himself free.
And how do you leave the goat in some kind of suspicious way where it looks like it's been assaulted sexually?
Just like that scene in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
You just drop the clubs and you kind of just saunter off.
Yeah, see, but he should have done something to the goat where they would just be like, oh, the goat died. Or make it look like some kind of satanic ritual. Or something. You chop its head off. You do something like that.
You make that
a pentagram.
Yeah.
In its own goat blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Something like that. Perfect.
And then the last thing they'd be thinking is, was it sexually assaulted?
Maybe when they found the goat, it was just probably looking over his shoulder, and the look on its face just gave it away. Like, this can only be one thing.
One thing. Yeah, it was completely frozen in the moment.
Yeah, a non-goat was raping it.
Well, Godspeed to the goat and the gentleman who's charged.
All right.
Felony. Not a felony for the sex.
No.
Felony because it died.
No, you're allowed to have sex with animals in Florida, according to this story, or at least in that county.
It's not a felony.
All right, really fast. Dick Cheney on Wolf Blitzer. You guys hear this audio yet?
Wolf Blitzer. I haven't heard it. I heard he got a little annoyed.
I've never seen Dick Cheney happy in all these years.
Well,
that he's been in office.
I've never seen
the president there
angry. He just he looks like a grump.
Yeah,
he just kind of sits there.
He's grumpy all the time, and I noticed you brought this up yesterday that he was popping something during the State of the Union.
Pop something in his mouth,
trying to keep that heart going. I guess.
Maybe a little nitroglycerin or something.
And he was on CNN, and he doesn't take any crap from anybody. I do like that about him.
No guff.
And he's got the lesbian daughter, and she's now pregnant, right?
Who doesn't know that? And it's such a sensational thing to bring it up. Like, why did Wolf Blitzer even bring it up?
I'm not a Wolf Blitzer fan, but I got to say, when you're in the administration making decisions that affect people's lives, and you're constantly railing against gays, and they can't do this, and you got a gay daughter, I think it's fair to bring you to task on a personal issue. Yeah, why not?
I don't think Cheney has really spoken out on the issue, though.
You should.
It's he has said he's proud of her, but I don't think he's going to use her as like this poster child for...
But he's part of the administration.
To get back at his administration.
Yeah. He's part of the administration that's against gay marriage, though.
Completely. Not just kind of indifferent, but like really against it. It's like, it's like kind of phony.
They don't even want to tiptoe into the gray area. They're like, F that. And his own daughter's gay in a relationship and going to have a baby.
Oh, that's great.
So good old Wolf Blitzer asked the vice president, and he wasn't going to have any of it.
We're out of time, but a couple issues I want to raise with you.
See, this
right at the end.
These mothers, this is what they do, by the way.
Yeah.
We've been part of this crap.
I've asked you everything I want to ask you. Got all the answers. It was very nice and cordial. Now I'm going to piss you off and chase you out of here.
And I now want to ask you the question I should have asked from the beginning.
Now comes the sound bite.
Right, but I had to, fill about 10 minutes of my show, so it was the blah blah portion. But this is what I really wanted to talk about.
We're out of time, but a couple issues I want to raise with you. Your daughter, Mary, she's pregnant. All of us are happy. She's going to have a baby. You're going to have another grandchild. Some critics, though, are suggesting, for example, a statement from...
All right, who are the critics? This is the news crap. Some people are saying...
Some critics.
Who?
Are suggesting.
And
name names.
You know, Dick Cheney was just like right when he said, your daughter is pregnant, he just went like... Oh, here it comes.
Right.
Oh, this wolf. She's so pregnant and such a dyke.
Such a mullet.
That critic? Wolf Blitzer.
But
he's not brave enough to say it.
Critics are saying, by critics, I mean me.
I was noticing in the papers
I
that
noticed.
this is going on, and this seems a little hypocritical, but I'm not brave enough to actually say that I'm saying this.
So
it's a critic. Some nameless, faceless critic out there is saying.
Are suggesting, for example, a statement from someone representing Focus on the Family. Mary Cheney's pregnancy raises the question of what's best for children. Just because it's possible to conceive a child outside of the relationship of a married mother and father doesn't mean it's best for the child. Do you want to respond to that?
No, I don't.
She's obviously a good daughter.
I'm delighted. I'm delighted. I'm about to have a sixth grandchild, Wolf, and obviously think the world of both my daughters and all of my grandchildren. And I think, frankly, you're out of line with that question.
I think all of us appreciate your daughter. No, we like your daughters. Believe me, I'm very, very sympathetic to Liz and to Mary. I like them both. That was just a question that's come up, and it's a responsible, fair question.
I just fundamentally disagree with you.
I want to congratulate you on having another grandchild. Let's wind up on a soft note. Nancy Pelosi. What was it like sitting...
Wow. What a wimp Blitzer is. I'll tell you this...
Vice President, that's kind of...
Yeah, it's a little intimidating.
I'll tell you this much... I'll tell you this much about the Vice President. If he didn't have the bad ticker, I have no doubt in my mind he would, attack Wolf Blitzer on TV.
Yeah, a little more.
And try to choke him out or something. Absolutely. Yeah. He seems that type of guy, but he just can't do that physical crap anymore.
Bastard.
He would go right at him.
Shoot him in the face with a shotgun.
Yeah, it's too bad he doesn't have a good heart, because he would attack... He would physically attack a guy for saying that.
We're doomed as a society, by the way. I just looked up at what apparently is supposed to be the news.
Yeah.
There is a parrot playing golf.
Yeah, well.
I just leave it at that.
And more soldiers are dying in Iraq. But this is what we need on the news, because this is so important.
There's a war on. There's plenty of news that can be covered during that period of time that news is on. And I looked up, and there was a parrot with a putter in its mouth on a tiny little green. And he was moving his little head and hitting the ball, trying to get it into the cup.
I think he's kind of like a minor YouTube celebrity. I think he plays basketball, too, or something.
Is that what he is?
He's just an athletic little bird.
I don't watch YouTube for parrots.
No.
Playing golf.
No, girls making out. Girls kissing.
No, I've gone right now. I've skipped completely to PornoTube. I've just gone to PornoTube.
Yeah?
Which some of the clips, they're very disappointing. They're like commercials. It's a lot of spam there, where you click and you're like, and then, right at a good part, right at a, the cash drawer's ready to open up. They cut it off.
Yeah.
And then put a little link to where you're supposed to go and click and get 20,000 pop-ups and spyware put on your computer. But, that's... I'm so bored with YouTube. Bored with it. And now I guess Fox has gone after YouTube because there's full episodes of 24 on there. Just sitting there. People are downloading them and watching 24.
Mm-hmm.
So Fox is now... on YouTube's ass, having them all pulled off.
I'm distracted. Death at 13,000 feet. Do we have time for this story?
13,000.
This is sick. I know.
She had a camera on her helmet too.
Yeah. All right. Before the break, this is one of the big stories today, all over the place. Skydiver charged with murder. They're showing Is this the actual video?
I don't know.
I'm not. Obviously not.
Fell there.
Obviously, they're not going to show the impact, but it looks like that's the actual video from her jump. Skydiver charged with murder after love rival fell 13,000 feet to her death.
13,000 feet.
This wasn't even a partial chute opening either.
No, a married woman. Now follow this closely here. A married woman who was having an affair with a fellow skydiver. So she does this as a hobby.
Yep.
Okay, she's banging one of her fellow skydivers.
Yeah.
She's married. Plunged 13,000 feet to her death after her love rival.
So the guy's wife or girlfriend sabotaged this woman's chute.
Her love rivals and best friend tampered with her parachute, police say.
Wow, that's brutal.
That's what you get.
Is it the guy?
Yeah.
I just said follow this story closely, and I can't even follow it closely.
She's having an affair with a man.
I get that.
The
a
man,
fellow skydiver. So did the fellow skydiver that she was banging on the side all of a sudden have a problem and did this?
No. She's banging the guy. The guy has a girlfriend or wife. She's the one that tampered with the woman's chute.
Her death after her love rival and best friend. So
she's girlfriends with her girlfriend's boyfriend.
She's banging her best friend's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So this best friend
tampers with the chute.
Okay, I'm with you.
Is she married now, the girl who died?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was married.
Married.
All right, so married woman having an affair with a fellow skydiver, plunged 13,000 feet because the guy she's banging's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or wife, whatever, who's also the best friend of the lady that died, she was the one that tampered with the parachute.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Els Van Doorn, 37, fell to earth in a garden in front of a group of onlookers. And Els Klotterman's...
Yeah, it's somewhere in...
There's two L's in this story?
Yeah.
It's a rare name, but the lady that died, her name is ELS, and the lady that did it to her is ELS. Els, 22, has been charged with a murder. All right, here it is. Minutes earlier, the pair had joined hands in a star formation with two other skydivers, including Miss Klotterman's boyfriend.
Ooh.
A Dutchman named only as Marcel, who police say was having an affair with Miss Van Doring. Are you guys following me, sort of?
Yep.
Okay. While he and Miss Klotterman broke away at 4,000 feet when their parachutes inflated, Mrs. Van Doren, a mother of two, was unable to open either her main parachute or the reserve and crashed to her death in the town of, Opklachbeek, Belgium.
Yeah.
Police say that video footage taken by Mrs. Van Doren as she tried to open her parachute provided evidence that led to suspect that a fellow club member had sabotaged the equipment, a spokesman said. A close inspection of the parachutes leads us to believe they had been meddled with.
Yeah, that's probably she was pulling and nothing was happening. Like sometimes you'll get one of those where you pull it and the chute will partially deploy and give you a little drag, which has actually saved some people over the years from that. Yeah, you get enough drag, you break a lot of bones, but she must have just plummeted with nothing.
You mean if it opens but doesn't fully?
It's just kind of flapping. Sometimes they call it a squid. It just kind of it's flapping around. And then, or you pull your reserve and you should be fine, but both not working, that's pretty rare. And they say she was tugging the whole way down, man.
Of course.
Just trying her damnedest to open that.
What would you do? Tug a few times and go, all right, well, you would tug until the last
I think
second.
I would be completely unconscious from fear. I'd be like that poor little goat. Just gone. Oof.
I'd tug till the end. That's what I do in life anyway.
All right, Katie, what's up?
I didn't think your story about the goat was funny at all. I mean, I know you guys joke a lot on your radio station and everything, but there's a whole lot of people that have farms and stuff. And I mean, what if that happened to your dog? Would you be making jokes about it on the radio and your dog died?
I'd be filming it.
I would have to change the name of my dog to Slut.
You would absolutely see. It's hitting a little too close to farm for you.
sorry, buddy. I don't live on a farm. I mean, maybe
no?
Oh, wow. You showed Anthony by calling him buddy.
But you were saying that you have goats.
A goat is still an animal. I mean, regardless if it's a goat, a horse, a cow, anything, you think it's funny.
Yes. You have a goat?
It's still an animal. No, I don't have a goat, but it's just like happening to a dog or something. I have a dog, and if that happened to my dog, I would fucking kill somebody.
But you are a potty mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you guys have really pissed me off.
Wow.
Wait, why do we piss you off? We barely made any jokes about this.
Out of everything.
We do see we make up a lot of black comedy in these awful situations, absolutely. But
we didn't this time. We talked about goats.
We were pretty calm, to be honest with you. We could have done 20 minutes to a half hour on that.
Yeah. It was a throwaway, like that slutty goat.
I know it's your job to joke and make jokes about stuff, but I don't know. I think that kind of hit close to home with a lot of people that,
No, it didn't.
Not really.
It hit close to home with people that have sex with goats and with people that own goats, none of which I know.
I agree with her. I think you raised a good point, and I feel guilty that I poked fun.
Shut up, Jimmy.
No, I poked fun.
Opie, Anthony, John, and Jeff over there.
I feel bad. I poked fun at the fear and shame that little goat must have felt.
Aw.
Come on, it's an animal.
Poor thing.
You don't think that people that abuse dogs, that they should be treated like human beings?
Let me ask you, miss, do you think that the man, just to get the goat to calm down, tickle that little beard under its chin? Do you think he gave the beard a little tickle to calm it down?
No, I think he should go to jail. I think he should be treated like he did it to a human.
Well, they're gonna take care of him.
I just wanted to speak my mind about it. I just didn't think it was very nice.
He's got to walk around his community knowing everyone knows he effed a goat to death. That's punishment alone.
Well, Frank, it looks like we really got her goat.
All right, whatever. We got a break.
That parachutist seems to have fallen for her best friend's guy. Fallen about 13,000 feet.
Someone is suggesting that we take that last caller skydiving. That would be Chester's Liver from whackbag.com.
With a goat.
All right, well, of course.
Goat lover. Why don't you bring one home to your father?
Mongrel class of farm animal.
All right. I guess it's time to step aside for a little bit.
A little break ski.
Hey, who's coming in next?
Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Deadwood, my friend.
And filming the new Die Hard movie.
New Die Hard.
Very cool. We'll talk to him next. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus.
All right, let's get right back into it. Yeah, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Big star in studio.
Absolutely.
Talking about checking out naked women in their apartments.
Yeah, we're looking next door. Seem to be some naked women out there. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. You're like a real star. Like, I watch you. You went from that guy. It's Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, I was about to say, we gotta say his name so people know who we're talking to here.
He's like now a star, going to be in major blockbuster coming out this summer. Die Hard. What's the tag on it? They want to call it Die Hard.
Live free. Live free or die hard.
Live free or die hard.
It's a license plate in New Hampshire.
Yeah, apparently.
Right? That is there.
You went from like, or I'd see on TV and go, oh, that's that guy. Where did I see? You're like the guy that pops on TV and you have to go to Internet Movie Database and go,
oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, who was...
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden with Deadwood...
No, I'm not the guy when I talk to people at parties and they say, you're an actor, what do you do? I say, oh, yeah, I'm on the show Deadwood. Oh, it's one of my favorite shows. Well, who do you play?
Yeah, I'm like the star. I'm in every episode. Well, that's another thing, though.
True.
You've gone through a lot of different looks. Like, we got into Deadwood. Me and my girlfriend completely got into Deadwood. Loved the goddamn show.
Yeah.
And then she goes, do you know that's the guy from Go? Like, get out of here. That is not the same guy. And yeah, you get that mustache, little Western thing going.
Can do.
And a little bit of the longer hair, the cowboy hat, and You just fit the part. Yeah, you got to walk around though with that whole look for quite a while.
No,
like what, 2 years?
That was a burden. There's like a lot of your wardrobe just flies out.
Yeah, you can't wear.
Once you get, you're like, I always liked that chain, but with the mustache,
it doesn't go with the 1890 mustache.
Yeah,
that you're sporting.
Oh, it's just months. There's always this. My wife always gets to a point in the when we're shooting that show where she says, "When are you gonna wrap? When you guys gonna be over?" But really, what she's asking is, "When are you guys shaving?"
When are you shaving that thing? We have to go out. We have children.
Why did they cancel the show? Is it just too expensive, or is it everybody just
wasn't a big part of it? I think so. It was a very expensive show, and David Milch, who created the show, did another show for them, and I think in a way they were just like, it's a network that's always about sort of the next great thing.
Just moving on.
Yeah.
I mean, that network tends to thrive on this is the next great television show.
Yeah, but can they understand that it really pisses people off because you kind of get into a show?
Well, I think it pissed David Milch off because I think he got the feeling that that's what they were trying to do to get him. They didn't cancel it as much as they were pushing him towards maybe doing less. It was costing them a lot of money.
Oh.
And they didn't own the floor. And anyways, so he basically said, or I could just quit. And that was his response to. It was a bad, bit of a thing.
A thing.
A bit of a thing.
A bit of a thing.
They say they're going to do some movies, so.
Can you talk about the naked woman you were telling us about as you sat down?
We used to live down at Jones. I was your lovely lady across the street here. It reminded me, I used to live in New York. I used to live on Jones Street down in the village there between Bleecker and 4th. And we had just the most beautiful woman across. She'd just walk around topless. She'd lean out her window. But then we actually had people would just have sex down on the street down there.
Yeah, really?
No, on the hood of a car.
Right there.
Yeah, like
when the bars let out, things like that.
Yeah, because that fourth. Yeah. It'd be like 3 a.m. You'd be like, honey, look, there's 2 people having sex right there, and they would be on the back of the car, but then aware of pedestrians. And so they'd be going at it, and then when a pedestrian would approach, they'd go at it right up until about a few yards away, and then they'd kind of stop, like as if they're just having conversation,
hanging out, talking.
And the person it was always fun to watch the person walking because there was a bit of that moment they realized what was happening, but chose to ignore it.
Already maybe a little bit past the situation.
Exactly, and then they'd get by and then stop and look back.
New York is an odd place for stuff like that. Like if in other places, if it happened, it'd be just, "What are you doing?" New York is just kind of, "Hey, take a look."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, move
along.
That's what's great about waking up when we do. For a while there, I was walking to work, and I would see the cars just all steamed up because it was the time of the morning where the clubs could let out and people are having sex in their cars.
Yeah,
I used to keep track, but now I get driven to work, unfortunately, so I'm missing out on that. You'd hear the music coming from the car and just the steamed up windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we come in, it's still last night. Like you've been doing the talk shows, and morning radio is like last night. They talk about, when I drive in, I listen to the news, and they're going, the temperature is 34 degrees, going down to 32. It's like, it's not even as cold as it's going to get yet. And you're just like, it's still nighttime when you come in. Early guy, do you do that, or you just like sleep late, Hollywood kind of?
Now I got kids, so that kind of makes you a morning guy.
Yeah.
Well, there's this thing of like, you realize you want to wake up like an hour before the kids wake up, just so you can, I'm ready.
I'm ready for the day.
How old?
Ready for these guys.
How old are your kids?
It's the worst thing to be to wake up with them because they're so demanding.
Kids will do that, huh?
Right? I don't
have any.
No. No. Well, see, that's thinking.
How old are your kids?
The 7.5 and the youngest 3.5. There's 3 of them. At least one too many.
At least one too many.
The third one's cute though. But
that's good. Well, that's a plus.
A little extra, I felt.
Yeah.
I felt it was a little obnoxious out there.
Yeah.
By the way, there was a lot of controversy. We weren't sure we were going to have you this morning. There were emails going back and forth all night long with our buddy Roland.
Did something happen with Bruce on the set?
We're hearing Bruce Willis got hurt on the set of Die Hard.
I think he had a pet goat.
If that DNA comes back to Bruce Willis,
and it looks suspicious.
From what I've heard, it would just be because Bruce has been through every woman on Earth.
That's right.
And he had to go to animals.
That's right. It was either that or some sort of skydiving thing that happened.
Got to keep it fresh.
Skydiving with his girlfriend. He took a boot to the head apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got kicked in the head.
Kicked in the head.
Got some stitches.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that could get kicked in the head, get stitches, and it'll just look better on him.
He's the real deal.
He's the action guy.
He's been very cool. He's been very nice.
Yeah?
To me. Yeah.
How's it like? Because obviously you were a young guy when the first movie came out, the first Die Hard came out.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the movie and everything?
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that still, I think, is one of the great quintessential popcorn films. And Alan Rickman, one of the great villains.
Oh, what a great one. Yeah, he was a great one.
Bruce, I was going to, I think I'm just going to do what Alan Rickman did, but just more gay. That's what I'm shooting for on this one.
Hans Gruber.
Right?
I love that one. My favorite scene in the first one is when he finally bumps into him in the stairwell, and you're like, oh my, how is this going to play out? Yeah. Oh no, you're one of them. Oh, don't hurt me. Don't. Bruce Willis knew the whole time.
Yeah,
Give him the gun.
Alan Rickman's class act.
Yeah, that was a great villain. But what do you play in the latest installment?
I'm the villain.
You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy.
Yeah, just more gay.
Like what's your motivation of badness? Like Alan Rickman, he was,
I'm just trying not to bring down the franchise. Not that I feel it rests on my shoulders in any way.
Oh, it does.
You're just kind of trying to do your part.
Look at that. I don't care what it's about. Just don't make me the goddamn...
The only thing that helps...
The fall guy.
Right, Jeremy Irons was the villain in the third installment. And the only thing that helps me a little bit is that I know there's one guy that no one really remembers that well.
Yeah.
So I feel like that I got that going for me.
Yeah. The third one wasn't really
Oh, you didn't like the third?
No, I didn't like the third. The second one...
I liked it was Sam Jackson.
Yeah, that one got a little weird, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
And another thing that ruined that movie for me is living in New York.
Really?
Because you're like, there's no way you can get a cab from Midtown all the way downtown.
Oh, you're one of those guys when you watch the movie.
I wrecked everything.
This isn't believable.
So you had
all that other stuff you're believing, but a dumb cab ride.
Yeah, it was the cab ride.
Takes you out of the movie.
Yeah. Kind of ruined a little bit. And now you're supposed to also be in Hitman?
Yeah, we're starting March.
You're playing the lead role?
The Hitman.
The guy. I love the game. Played the game.
All I know is the pictures I've seen online.
Yeah.
I looked it up online.
Did you haven't played it at all?
First thing I noticed was there's a lot of porn. And then I actually got a guy. Yeah, the black suit, the red tie.
Now the big thing
is the bald head.
The bald head. Now we were speculating.
Oh, your wife's gonna hate you.
You've had
thought the mustache was bad.
Could go terribly wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. What happens? You always wonder. You shave your head, you get a little scared.
I did an episode of My Name Is Earl, where they put a bald cap on me. And I take some comfort, and when we did that, the makeup person telling me, you have a nice shaped head, and I'd never been told that before. But when this came up, I said, well, I got that head going for me, so maybe it'll work out.
Maybe the shaved head thing, because they can't use like an SNL skit cap on your head. They got to shave your head.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens if they shave your head and they're like, ooh, it's bumpy.
Oh, we didn't expect all these bumps.
Oh, we're going to have to find someone else.
I've debated doing it, but I have liver spots on my head, so I didn't, because I look like I'm like
Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
No wig.
Yeah. No, that's a good call.
Creepy.
You've shaved your head.
Yeah, never bald. I have like little liver spots, and it just looks creepy. I'm in my 30s.
How old are you?
The skull of a 90-year-old.
I'm sorry.
Liver spots in your 30s.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You have a great personality, though.
Thank you. I mean, that took a long way, but
I said right when you walked in, too, Timothy, I was saying, don't know him. Because we've had celebrities on the phone and stuff. The one that upset me the most, Edward Norton, on the phone. Not even that. He's like, oh, Jim Norton, the comedian? Oh, yeah, I've seen you down. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I just get this, thing where I hate when celebrities know Jimmy.
It's always accidental. It's always they stumbled on you somewhere. It's never like they see me as an equal or we did a project. It's always oh, yeah, you're the guy from the comedy stuff. Believe me, it's nothing. I wish it was something. It's never
Oh, Jimmy, it's more than that.
You're right.
He was on an HBO series, Lucky Louie.
Do you have to talk about the canceled show to the one of the biggest hits HBO has had in the last 15 years?
When I first moved out to New York, I did stand up at Boston and
Comedy Club,
and I did at least a couple nights at Cellar and Louie, and they were like the hosts.
He was here yesterday, Louie.
Yeah,
Cellar's great. Boston, tough room.
Dave Attell.
Yeah.
All those guys.
You did stand up? Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
Did you like it?
For a minute.
A minute.
What didn't you like about it?
It's a tough gig, man.
You know, I on one hand I loved it and I loved the thrill of it and all, and at the same time I felt like I don't know where I'm going with this. You know what I mean? I didn't. The future looked bleak.
Really?
You know, Frank Whaley was doing stand-up one. You know who he is?
Yeah, no, I did movies. Frank Whaley. Frank Whaley's hilarious.
He was in Swimming with Sharks. People don't know, and he was the guy in Pulp Fiction. Who was
the Gimp.
Burger? Say what again?
Oh,
not the Gimp. I wish it was the Gimp. No. He was the Say What Again, and he got shot.
I did a war movie years ago with Frank Whaley at HBO, and it was miserable. We were working in Hungary, and we were all miserable, and a bunch of pansy actors whining. So that's usually what it is. Just to, you know, I often say, don't be afraid to bitch is my motto for young actors. But Frank threatened to quit, and the producer dared him to. And I remember Frank saying, "That's as low as it gets. When you threaten to quit, and their response is, go ahead, I'd like to see you do it. I don't think you got the balls to do it."
Oh, you don't have the power. Yeah, that kind of.
That was a good
cuts
moment.
your power base out from under you right there.
Yeah, that should be it. That's usually when that's your final. That's your go-to.
How did he go back the next day? Like, how did he save face and go? I was going to quit, but you wanting me to.
That's exactly right. That's where he walked back to all the actors, watched this little fight, and it got to the point where he said he's going to quit. And he just walked back and just faced it. He said, "You know what? That sucks because I'm not going to quit." And he just shouldn't have pulled it out unless he was willing to walk.
That's kind of emasculating.
Yeah, you got to be willing to walk.
How do you go from stand up to acting? Did you
took a class?
Yeah. Took a class. That was pretty much it.
Took a class here in New York. A man named Bill Esper. He has some studios here. And
what was your first real part?
First part, where I got a job.
Where it was like a juicy, nice role.
Well, my first gig was a off-Broadway play here in New York. Forgive me, I did a TV pilot, and it was my first acting experience of any kind. And it was Maria Bello, and it was Jim Caviezel, and myself, and it didn't get picked up. They're big stars now.
And we're getting a note. He's got to go.
Damn it.
Do you have another interview or something? They're handing us notes like crazy. He's got to leave right
Jay
now.
Moore.
I used to hang out with Jay.
Yeah, we know Jay.
Yeah.
Jay comes on the show came on the show.
He used to come
a while ago. Now it's too early for him.
He's a big fan of the Ron and Fez show now instead of ours.
But I saw you guys on Dinner for Five, I guess it's called, and you guys all sit around and just
I called him.
BS. Yeah. Oh, it was hysterical.
Wait, what
man.
happened?
That one's hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
I called him a name on the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You just called me an a-hole in front of..." It's like, it's okay. It's everybody.
Everyone knows
People know.
People just know. They know you are.
The best kept secret. He's a douche. Hey, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I remember we did stand up. He was, I was just starting doing open mic and stuff. And then years later, saw him on the set of Go.
Yeah.
He was great in that.
All right, now we're getting looks.
All right, I got it.
All right.
We're getting looks. Well,
guys, thank you.
Where do you have to go now?
By the way, I'm supposed to be here to promote a movie called Catch and Release.
I know. Well,
yeah, I know.
Well, the big plug is Catch and Release, right?
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. We did it a while back.
And Kevin Smith's in that one.
She got pregnant.
I just got raped by Kevin Smith playing poker
really?
Last week.
Really?
Yeah. He just destroyed me. I'm playing again, February? Yeah, I can't leave on that legacy, man.
Good luck with
he
that.
he raked me. I was just an amateur. I was giving money away.
Yeah.
I was getting calluses on my knuckles for digging in for more money, and he's just laughing at me.
Hey, what's the plug? What's the movie about really fast? Catch and Release.
Take your date. Grab a
It's a date movie?
It's a good. You know what, though? I'm proud of it. As romantic comedies go, it really is it's head and shoulders above what you usually see. It's good. Susanna Grant wrote that and directed it. She wrote Aaron Brockovich, and she's a real deal. It's good. And, Jennifer Garner's in it.
Were you sexually attracted to your co-star? Like when you do like a project, did you
gotta go?
Okay.
He really has to go.
Yeah.
So check out Catch and Release. Timothy Oliphant, thank you so much for hanging with us today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. We'll be back in just a bit.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's say hi to John in Midtown. John, what's going on today?
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, John.
Listen, I got something I wanted to play, what I learned today.
Oh.
I learned that whore who was skydiving and the goat had something in common. They were both asking for it.
That's what you learned today, John. Very good.
You're minding your business, you take a Viagra, you hear that goat bell tinkling. What are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do? We'll play a little more of what did we learn on the Opie and Anthony show in a few minutes here. But American Idol last night, we were going to blow off the rest of the clips, but I remembered that Jimmy said that he can't really watch some of these people on American Idol because he can't watch someone's dream get crushed.
Yeah.
Which was a surprise coming from Jimmy, because Jimmy could be harsh at times.
At times.
Just at times. He could be a little mean and a little harsh, but I like when Jim shows his soft side.
That just always bugged me. And I used to attack Simon a lot for that, my stupid act. I actually like him now, but it was always sickening to me. Not that he picks on or destroys people, but just people that honestly really just want to be successful and they suck. It's like you feel bad for them, man.
Well, they're just not good enough. Yeah. They have a dream.
It's the only thing they hold on to. They got a crap job they hate.
They go in there thinking that this is going to be the moment. They probably fantasize about it. Can't sleep that night just thinking about being the final person on the stage with the other person. And then you win the whole thing. And then right at the audition, no, you're horrible.
Before we move on to XM, I think we could squeeze this in. I introduce you to Happy Nakia. Happy Nakia from last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was openly laughing, I gotta be honest with you. She's a short, fat, black chick with a lot of energy.
All righty.
It's high energy, they're calling her. This is Happy Nakia.
My name is Nakia Nicole Claiborne. People call me Little Shirley because I sound like the legendary Shirley Caesar.
Legendary.
I'm happy. A lot of energy, but sometimes you gotta keep your composure. You don't want people to think you're crazy. I'm trying to keep still there. I can't help it though. You want to be an American Idol, you need to have the guts and the gusto to keep on going. You know, you can't quit. But I have a good feeling about this thing. I think it's gonna work out good. I'm excited. Let's see if they can recognize a star. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine.
What does it feel like to have come all this way to be an American Idol?
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I have had fun. It has been a blast.
That's good.
Yeah, so can't wait.
Okay, what can't you wait for?
To go to Hollywood. Well, I know I can't say that. But
well, there's one thing you have to do before you get to Hollywood.
I know, I gotta sing.
So let's do it.
All right, before we move on, it's very, very important that you remember how happy she was in that clip.
Ecstatic.
Just remember.
Who's the other girl?
Huh? Oh, Carol.
There's someone else.
Carol Sager, the legendary Carol Sager.
Legendary?
Yeah, she wrote all those a million hit songs that other people sang. Yeah.
Really?
With Burt Bacharach.
Burt Bacharach.
She did some songs with Burt Bacharach.
Did she do anything with Engelbert Humperdinck?
No, just Burt Bacharach. Caught Between the Moon and New York City. That was her.
Really?
Groovy Kind of Love from Phil Collins. That was her. She didn't actually sing these songs. She sang songs herself, but she's really known for being a writer.
She penned them.
I thought that was Christopher Cross.
No,
who sang that?
What?
Who sang the theme from Arthur?
Yeah, Christopher Cross.
Yeah, he didn't write that?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Notorious dude.
No, half the songs you know and love
I did not know that.
aren't written by the artist. Not saying that I like a Christopher Cross song, but I'm just talking in general.
Thought he had written that one.
That's what friends are for. She wrote that with Burt Bacharach.
Burt Bacharach.
And her. Yeah, they were a big team. So remember how happy Nakia was, all right? Very key as we move on here. This is her trying out for American Idol.
Gonna sing.
Dancing in the Street by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Still happy, full of energy. Here she goes.
Around.
All right.
Are you ready for a brand new beat? Yeah, the summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street, dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans, up in New York City.
All right.
Energy. You're fun, Tia. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Still happy Nakia.
I was going to ask you, Paula, what do you think of Nakia? Nakia's got all this energy.
She does. You're infectious. It's infectious.
I love that. So's Jimmy. Doesn't get him in.
Bring it down.
Down. Late at night while all the world is sleeping, I stay home and think of you. And I still can't believe you came up to me and said,
can't hold a note.
I love you.
All right, you get the point.
But
there.
I can see why. I can see why she thinks she can sing.
Yeah, you can definitely see, like, she's got some power, some range. The voice has a nice kind of tone to it. It's not awful. She's not screeching or anything, but you got to be able to stay on key. You got to be able to hold a note.
Are you ready to hear someone's dream get crushed?
Here it comes.
Let's remember, happy Nakia, high energy, happy Nakia.
Snuff her out.
And Jimmy, I want to know what you're feeling as we move on here. Here we go. The judges sound off.
Well,
Paula, what do you think of that?
You need a lot of work with your singing. A lot of work. How do you think you did?
Nerves probably got me on a slow song, but I probably could do another one better.
The problem was that the first song, Dancing in the Streets, was just so much fun.
Yeah, the party was going on.
That we didn't care if there were flaws, because you just had us going with you. The second song, unfortunately, there were so many things that needed. Your pitch was not there.
All right, so let's sum it up here, Paula.
No for me, Kia, but you were a joy, though.
No for me either, dear, but thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
we enjoyed it.
Sweetheart.
It's definitely entertaining.
Okay, remember when I told you to remember the happy Nakia, the high energy Nakia?
Did Simon yes her through?
Huh? He wasn't even there yet, I don't think. He was late. So,
late.
Here's Nakia trying to change the judges' minds.
I got a lot of people that really want me to go. I can't let them down. I got a lot of support.
I know.
You got to tell them that we liked you very much.
And you came here and you did your thing. You worked it out. It just wasn't great today.
You did really good.
Hollywood, though.
Oh, she's pleading her case.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is it about my pitch? I mean, I can change it.
It's off.
It's off. Explain to me when you say off. I mean, what is it?
You're not hitting this.
One note was in tune, the next note wasn't in tune. The next note was in tune, the other note was in tune, kind of.
So if everything was stayed on the same note, then...
No, honey.
Kia, understand, we're trying to find the best. It's not just about finding somebody that sings pretty good. It's not about that. We're trying to find the best.
It was a very different Nakia who emerged from the room.
You want to say something to the camera? Nakia, this is not the end. You go back to Virginia, you sing. That's all. I just wish I could change their mind. I just wish I could change their mind. That's terrific. That's terrific. Next year. Yeah. He said no. And sometimes you get tired of hearing no. You get tired of hearing no. And it's not just for singing. You just get tired of hearing no.
Oh.
You're not being fair. This isn't fair.
Idiot.
Did you see that jerk?
She looks like Fred Berry.
Yeah, absolutely. Fred Berry. She's rerun.
There were a bunch of psychos on the show.
I wish I could change her mind. I wish I could change her mind.
You feel bad.
Victim of the holiday.
See, I know what they're going for, but I don't allow myself to give them what they want. I'm not going to be the one on the couch with the teary eyeballs because of that. I refuse to play their game.
This judge's remark, I don't know which one it was, but uncalled for.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
One of the judges.
So what do you think, Jimmy? Well, now you're laughing, so it don't matter.
That's not that bad. I feel bad for her though, because she seems.
She really believes though.
But they didn't trash her. Like that's not what I'm talking about. Because they're like, look, you're just not the best.
Yeah.
They didn't say she sucked. They didn't rip her apart. It's like, all right.
But she really thought she was in. Yeah. She thought she was going to Hollywood when she walked in there.
Yeah.
And because people probably tell her, wow, your voice is great in Virginia, where she's going back to sing. You go back and sing in Virginia. Yeah, that's just like
as far as Virginia goes, she must sound like Celine Dion.
Oh, she's the best.
I didn't know she was from Virginia. Yeah, she was like, all right, let's get this over with so I can start celebrating that I'm going to Hollywood.
Oof. Pictured herself running out that door with that yellow piece of paper.
Right.
I go to Hollywood. Nice.
No, you're not.
Said her and her fat Smokey Robinson hairdo are going back to Virginia.
Hey, Jimmy, we're not going to see you for a couple days?
No, I'm going to Sacramento. I'm back on Tuesday.
We'll see you. Okay.
Not going for a contest, are you?
Yes.
Sacramento Punchline with Jim Norton. We got to get out of here.
All right.
If you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle-biters.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long!
shut up.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes.
I think we're lewd.
And we're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Buck Sonic.
All right. The Opie and Anthony Show continues. I can't listen to the opener anymore. I just can't listen to it.
Oh, why?
The
model?
Just get me saying anything else, please.
I think that's great. You
Anything but that.
Yeah, that is classic.
Because it wasn't said. It was repressed. It was something repressed that was vomited out. It was just a ragefully spit out.
I started my life.
I could have been a model.
I started my life as a very, very smart person. I did very well in school, and then I just got bored with school.
Cool.
And I think deep down I wanted to do anything else but this.
Want to walk the runway in a fine blazer?
I don't even know if I wanted to walk
on the catwalk.
I think I wanted to think that I could have in some bizarre way.
See, that would have, I wanted to be a model.
I didn't want to be a model.
It's not even I could have been. It's I could have been a model. It's like here comes some facts.
Here comes some
facts alert, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not even like I could have been a model. Like I could have if with a little luck or this. It's like no, this was a given.
Yeah, I could have been a model.
This was a given
because I think models.
The offer was in.
I think models get more respect. I think secretly I wanted to be like an actor in Hollywood, in some big movie. Because yes, we're doing great. We make a fine living doing this fine radio show. But the reality is we get absolutely no respect from anybody.
No,
and we're looked at as the scourge of society and all that crap.
We are like,
and I think deep down I hate that.
Fish. Yeah, we're like pilot fish. Like real celebrities are the sharks, and we're like those little fish that follow them around. No respect whatsoever, just picking up crumbs.
Yeah.
But they learn to become afraid of the pilot fish because there's a lot of them, and they understand that the big shark can be eaten up by a lot of little pilot fish sending emails and fucking pestering them.
Well, that's true. We do have some bottom feeders, too.
Speaking of sharks.
Oh, wow.
Could be story of the day. But really fast on the instant feedback, someone from their cell phone. If you instant feedback off a cell phone, use your name, please, because it just gives your number and that's it. This guy writes, or this girl writes, wow, I didn't know Opie could have been a model. I am so lucky you chose radio.
See? There's a happy customer.
Lucky me.
Could have been totally different there, lady. Could have been watching him walking down a catwalk.
On the catwalk.
On the catwalk.
Speaking of models, Tyra Banks is trying to tell everyone that 5'10", 161 pounds is not fat for a lady.
Why is she defending herself? Did someone say something? Besides us?
Well, the controversy...
I don't think she'd have to answer.
And now there's a few women out there with their mouth agape.
Agape?
I'm talking
women are gaping out there.
In the fantasy world that we men like to live in.
Men...
When we're talking fantasy, 5'10", 161 pounds is fat.
5'10", 161?
It's not fat, but it's not like...
it's not model 5'10".
It's not an ideal woman, I guess, when you're living in that fantasy world that
she getting some jump. She getting some jump.
Basically, the paparazzi got her on vacation in this one piece. It was on the front cover of one of these gossip magazines.
What's she wearing a one piece for?
Can we find the picture? It was everywhere. Because not only was it a one piece, it was an awful one piece. And it made her look, not really hot at all.
Dumpy or frumpy?
Both.
Wow.
Could we get someone in here to maybe work?
Where is this little riot going on?
Huh?
Oh, I saw a little riot going on the television. Students rioting.
Do you know where that picture is, Stan?
We're all looking for it right now.
Oh, okay. because Anthony hasn't seen the picture. So she was so offended because
I did that immediately.
Because no one is allowed to to say anything bad to Tyra because she just can't handle it. I think her brain would actually explode if she knew people's real thoughts about her. Because she's surrounded by people that just kiss her ass.
Yes,
and see that giant ego and giant forehead of hers. So she
imagine the producers telling her that they want to do another segment where she goes out as a fat person, but they don't give her the suit.
Yeah,
how she shows up.
She shows up to work that day.
I'm here early for makeup. No makeup. You could just go out now.
Yeah. Looking around for the fat suit. What?
But what? Why? Oh, why?
So she had to come out and basically she couldn't help herself and go, does this look fat?
Does this look fat?
I think she's on the front page of People magazine or something going, I think that's where this is going. Does this look fat? And of course she probably trimmed up a little since the one-piece bathing
toned
suit
up.
Picture was shot.
I think she looks good. I mean, when she did that underwear, remember the underwear show? Where she made all the house feel bad.
Oh, my God. She looked unbelievable.
Yeah, she looked great. What
the lingerie show.
She been packing it on recently?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I like a fatter dumper, to be honest with you.
Let me show you this picture.
Not on her.
I guarantee you're not going to like this picture.
She looked good right then when she was doing the underwear show. She shouldn't have been any heavier.
Underpants.
See,
underpants.
This is exactly what
underwear.
This is exactly what I'm getting at. Paul from Philly. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey there, Paul.
Hey, that 5'10", 161's not bad at all, man.
That's the problem. Not bad.
Ain't
bad.
Come on.
Ain't bad.
It ain't model.
Not supermodel, sir.
Well, yeah, it's not the emaciated bone bags that are walking around.
Thank you. All right, thanks, bro. Jason, front page. Yes, I meant front cover.
I'll tell you what's ideal. What's Dakota's height and weight?
Oh my God! Do we got her latest freaking soundbite? We have one proving my point from yesterday.
Proving your point. Let me prove my point. She's adorable.
Oh, hold on a minute. Steve, remind me of what I did to you this morning. Steve the trucker, what's up?
Opie,
yeah.
First I want to say, no homo.
Okay.
You're about 5'10", 160 pounds. You're not fat, are you?
No.
Opie did that in the office.
You don't understand, Steve. We were discussing this before the show today. And, it wasn't good enough to bring up on the first half of the Opie and Anthony show, by the way. We only say the A material for over there.
Exactly.
I go to Anthony, look, 5'10", 160, and then I stand up. Would you want to look at this?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, Tyra says there's no problem with 5'10", 160. And then Opie stands up and he goes, this is it.
Wow. If I could say, you got to realize, Opie, I mean no disrespect, but you're kind of a smaller guy.
Yeah.
The average guy is a lot bigger than you. Look at Kenny for example. Big Opie Kenny. Can you imagine him with a 105-pound woman?
Kenny's big by retard standards.
Yeah, Kenny is massive. He is a big, big boy. You're right. All right, Steve. Hey, Steve, what are you hauling today?
I'm hauling all kinds of freight, LTL freight.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Sorry.
Oh, nothing exciting.
A bunch of shit.
Nothing exciting at all.
All right, thanks, sir.
All right, have a good night.
There goes Steve the trucker. He's a faithful listener of the show.
So his truck can jackknife and spill all the merchandise all over the street, and no one would care. No one would care.
We might have it.
I'm trying to find
it. Oh,
all right.
Little disappointed in Than here. This should be something. He doesn't even crack like a little smile when you goof on him.
That's right.
He's not like E-Rock who will look over and give you that smirk like fuck you or something. Than just doesn't acknowledge criticism. It's like it never happened.
Oh, he does acknowledge it.
Oh, inside.
In his head.
He holds it in deep.
Listen.
And then weeps at night in the fetal position.
Listen, you fucking asshole. I know that I can do your job right now.
Oh.
That's Than's brain.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
All right, here we go. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
That's awful.
She's fucking fat. Danny comes running in with it. It's old day late and dollar short Dan.
Wow. What a fucking slob.
Holy fucking beast.
And now, I'd like to bang her like that, definitely.
Like the fat ass one?
Look, yeah. Is she fat? No. we expect a little more from Tyra Banks, and they caught her off guard, looking a little in a one piece, and now she's trying to defend that. She can't because she can't take any criticism.
Turn that around.
Say, hey, it was the holidays. I gained a few pounds, and I'm back doing what I do.
Let me see the colored picture. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wow. She has problem hips, man. Yep. She has problem hips and thighs. Holy motherfucker.
Her hips don't lie, and they're saying, I'm a fat cunt.
Wow, yeah.
Well, that was mean.
That was mean and completely accurate.
Wow. No reason for that.
What an awful bathing suit.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's a swimsuit.
And those are massive thighs.
Come with one of those fucking bathing caps with the flowers on them. Old grandma swimsuit.
Just suck it up. You got caught with an awful bathing suit on, a few pounds overweight.
She must have fucking just eaten like a maniac.
Look at all this.
What is that? It wasn't there when she pulled her fucking robe off and was in her undies.
In her tiny lingerie.
Her little panties.
Boy shorts.
She had the flat stomach.
Gained close to 30 pounds.
30 pounds?
Yeah.
Was she fucking playing LaMotta? Jesus Christ.
Is that her?
Huh?
That's her?
Yeah.
That is her.
Look at the forehead on her.
But she came out today claiming, I'm not fat. Whatever, dude. You gained 30 pounds.
I thought it was
obvious.
Forrest Whitaker from this distance.
The first twat of Scotland.
All right, whatever. Hey, we have to do this because I need to know what is wrong with this girl from American Idol last night.
Retard?
No.
What?
Last night's American Idol was all about the crazies. There were a lot of crazies, a lot of crying.
Good.
It was a bizarre show last night. And any of you guys see Sarah Goldberg?
I DVR'd it.
Okay.
So I have to watch it later.
Well, Sarah Goldberg, she was another one of these very happy people.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of it, she was a raving lunatic.
Was she crying lunatic or angry?
And I want someone out there to diagnose what this girl has. Because is it manic, depressed,
Let's see. We will give it a diagnosis.
All right. Well, here's Sarah Goldberg, the crazy girl.
Sarah Goldberg.
Hi, Sarah Goldberg. How are you?
I'm good.
You're 20?
Yes. I am 20 years old.
So what
sounds like any happy 20-year-old, right?
What'd she look like?
I
saw your face.
No, nothing wrong, really.
Volumes. Really?
Yeah.
Average?
I was going to say average looking girl.
Average 20-year-old girl.
Not ugly.
All right.
Not overweight.
All right.
Not over the top pretty, but
good.
Not bad.
Did she look like a Goldberg?
Not really.
No?
No.
All right. Just asking.
So what do you sing?
Selena, Dreaming of You.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
I no longer need this.
What?
She took off a
late at night when all the
world. Jimmy had to work his sandwich into his mouth like a chipmunk into his cheek to get that line out. Thank God he did.
I'm going for the real answer. Who gives a shit about the real answer? They wanted a joke there, and I failed them miserably. Oh, I know, because I watched. Oh, God, I really do stink. Just keep calling me a board op. I deserve it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I know. Just like 32 million other people. It was a red cowboy hat. Ugh.
I never would have guessed that.
Fuck.
Cowboy hat.
That's where the joke fits.
Yeah, I was like working. I'm like trying to think of something, and I look over at Jimmy, and he's tucking food into his cheek to get a line out.
Yeah.
Without spitting half of it out. I'm prosthetic leg.
I did fucking mush that through a turkey sandwich.
And I'm glad you did.
Ready?
I no longer need this.
Clunk.
Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I wish on a star that somewhere you are thinking of me too. 'Cause I'm dreaming
of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me.
All right, so that happens, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Holy shit, that girl is worse than I saw the signs. Well, okay, maybe not, but
so you're
on par.
So, Ann, this is what's good because you didn't see this.
No.
So you would probably think, all right, this is going to play out like any other bad audition. Like,
right.
Oh, God, she's here just to be the next William Hung, like half these people.
Thanks for showing up. Take it easy.
Right.
Other door.
Right.
Right.
So you're thinking, okay, Goof Factor, William Hung, another one of these, right?
Yeah.
It takes a nice little twist here.
Oh.
A fine little twist.
Can I ask you a question? Do you, in your heart, really think you can sing?
No.
Okay, that's
That
really...
was honest. Good. So why are you here?
Listen to me.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a singer.
Oh. Wow.
We
Couldn't
agree.
figure
You're
that
standing
out.
there shaking your head the
Couldn't
entire
figure
time
that
I'm
out.
melting. You are, Paula, you're looking at him and you're laughing at me.
No, I'm looking at him and I'm laughing with
So you came because you wanted to be on
Honey,
TV?
you were laughing.
No.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Now I'm going to get all emotional.
Oh, no.
I'm not a singer.
No, we got that.
You know, I really love to sing. I really do. And my friends make fun of me all the time because I'm tone deaf. But...
Yeah, well...
Shut up.
It's true.
I don't need to hear you say it. I know it.
Okay, fair.
I'm getting douche chills.
Even if I don't sing, I can be the next American Idol.
Why?
And you want to know why?
Yeah, I'd love to know why.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because I've never sung before. And so you can teach me how to sing.
Huh?
Yes. I think I practice. I practice with, like, music. I can't believe I'm crying this much.
Dude, I'm getting douche chills. Like, I'm all douched
Holy
out right
mother
now.
of God, I must see this. I have got to watch this.
I won't be ignored, Dan. Dan.
Rabbit stew coming up.
No shit. That's what I was thinking. It's every broad that plays this stalker in a movie.
I won't be ignored, Dan.
Oh, boy.
Dan gave her a good deep fuck.
Certainly did.
Good deep dicking left her in the tub with bleeding wrists.
Holy fuck.
Dude. Like,
I can be an American Idol because I don't sing, and you could teach me.
Dude, she creeped me out so bad. I'm thinking at home last time, like, this girl is walking around among us right now.
Wow.
It gets better.
No, that wasn't the end?
No.
Holy shit.
That's right. She's going to pull out her cock and sing Minnie the Moocher.
I think you don't have to sing to be an American Idol. I really don't.
Really?
I think Paris Hilton can't really sing. I think that
She's not an American Idol.
I'm actually aware of that. I know that you don't realize it, but I am a little bit smart here. You know.
Look at these people behind you. Just turn around. See these 5 winners? They had one thing in common. They were all great singers. This is a singing competition. It's not a competition of, like, trying to find the best person that can't sing but really wants to.
You know what, Randy? Yes, these people can sing.
Yeah.
Yes, they can. But I could be the only American Idol who has never sang before.
Hey, I can't sing either.
I'm unique. Woo!
Sarah, I don't think there's anything left to say. I think you actually said it all. You entered a singing competition, and you don't sing. So what do you think we're going to say?
We have to move on.
Carol, yes or no?
Well, no.
Paula, yes or no?
Sorry for that.
It's a no. Sorry.
And I'm sorry that you're upset.
And you guys are going to regret this.
So you got what you wanted. You got some fame out of it.
That's not what I wanted. Are you kidding? I wanted to be the next American Idol.
Dude, I'm getting douche chills.
Wow.
Douche chills.
I am so glad I have that on the DVR. I am going to fast forward directly to her and watch it 10 times.
Remember, she started out all happy.
Yep.
She's turning like...
How great would it be if she dropped an N-bomb on Randy?
Oh, would that be great?
Oh. You don't tell me I can't sing, you uppity nigger. I'll have you killed. closing a robe like fucking Leon Shermer in Dog Day Afternoon. You're not dying, Randy. You're killing everyone around you.
Wow, she really lost it.
Guess what?
There's more?
There's one more piece.
Oh, thank God.
That brings it on home.
Mama, it's not the end, it's just the beginning.
No, it's not the beginning. That's pretty obvious.
Well, at least she's not harboring any resentment towards the judges.
It's absolutely rude. Like, you are people, we are people too. Just because we don't have $1 million and we don't have singing deals doesn't mean that we don't have lives. It doesn't mean that we don't have important things in our lives. I have become friends with these guys. I have become friends with Ray and Jen and Bill the security guy because I have been here forever. And you know what? They told me that these people went out last night drinking in New York City until 3 o'clock in the morning. And that is rude. That is rude.
Dude, too real for me.
Yeah.
Douche chills. She's fucking mental.
She'd make a great girlfriend. Could you imagine dealing with that? Holy fuck. For her.
She started out all happy, too.
Yeah. She's all chipper.
For me to tolerate her pussy lips would have to look like a fucking half-blown-up life raft. Hey, buoy clip, get in here.
Let's say hi to Dan the trucker. Dan, what's up?
Morning, guys. I think the bitches are bipolar myself.
Bipolar you going with?
Yeah, the reason I say bipolar is because my wife and my mother are both bipolar, and hence I drive a truck, you know what I mean?
So they turn like that just out of nowhere?
Yeah, just they're your friend, and then they're your enemy. Just basically, they love you, then they scratch your fucking eyes out.
Yeah, she reminds me of my ex-wife after a few drinks. Absolutely.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that like everything was fine and dandy, and then a few shots of Jack Daniels later, boom, that comes out.
Crazy cat women is what I call them.
Crazy cat women?
Crazy cat
I like that. I'm going to remember that. Thanks, Dan.
All
right, let's go to Adam in New York. Adam.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's your take on that?
I dated a girl like this, and they're absolutely insane. They're bipolar. This girl would be the happiest thing in the world. She'd be blowing you 1 minute, and then she'd just turn and just completely lose her mind. And there's nothing you can't stop them. You can't do anything. It's like you're watching a train wreck unfold in front of your eyes. And then she was a cutter. She'd start cutting herself.
A cutter?
A cutter. She'd get depressed and start cutting herself.
I've watched
blame
the OC.
Blame the world for it.
I've watched soap operas.
Yeah, and I think you're leaving at an end, sir.
What's that?
All right, thank you, Adam. Let's go to Michelle in Seattle.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
She is definitely bipolar.
Yeah, why?
Like, without a doubt. I have a sister who's bipolar. She's psycho.
Are you scared for your life? That's why I was feeling, like, scared. Like, that this person's out there
What
somewhere.
did she do? Like, what were her facial expressions when she was
got
screaming?
Distorted.
Did her eyes get all big?
Oh, dude,
or?
you could tell right away this girl was mental.
She's truly nutty.
Yeah.
Wow.
She started off all like the happy-go-lucky, just nothing really bothers her type chick, and then out of nowhere, bam, she lit up.
Wow.
Lit
Yeah,
up.
and that's they do. They go off, and you know they know that they're doing it, but they can't stop themselves. And she has children, and I feel so bad for her
She had
kids.
children?
No, I don't know.
Oh, no, the woman you know. Oh, I thought you meant the 20-year-old.
No,
that was on American
my
Idol.
sister. Yeah, and you never know who's going to walk through the door. You happy sister or psycho sister.
Yeah. Psycho sister.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
That's like what Ronnie says, though. I dig crazy chicks. They're hot. Something about crazy chicks.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, get her on the radio. I would love to have her on the radio.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't been able to get any American Idol people.
I don't know why. What happened?
I don't know. Something.
Where is she? What the fuck?
I don't know what
Call
happened.
us, you nut.
Let's say hi to JT in Virginia.
Have
JT.
some flowers, bitch. We were kidding.
Someone
What's
out
up,
there
boys?
knows her. Let's find her.
Good morning, sweet tits.
Welcome aboard, JT.
Hey, that had to be one of the best meltdowns on Idol ever. I think what the problem was that her parents inhaled too much gas in the showers at Auschwitz. Mrs. Goldberg.
Her parents. She's 20
boys.
years old.
Exactly.
It's not mathematically possible, sir.
What do you think? They were in Auschwitz, like, waiting through the 70s? They didn't get the word that things were over? They just stood there shirtless? What's the matter with you? That vile joke you just spit out. I bet you he said that fucking, like, spittle came out of the side of his mouth. Auschwitz. Just angry and hating the Jews for no reason.
All right, well, there you have it.
I guess it would be possible for her parents to have been in a camp. I said it was mathematically impossible. Then I did a little math and said, Anthony, you're an asshole.
I mean, they were kids. 20.
Yeah.
86-ish.
How many years ago?
All right, so say they were born in 1940.
No, you're born in 1940. You're born in 1940. You're 4 years old in the camp.
No.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
No, mathematically
80.
impossible.
You'd be 46
when you had the kid?
6 years old when you have a kid. It's possible.
It ain't happening.
It's possible.
It ain't happening.
That's all I'm saying. Let's try some experiments, see if they can be done. And see if we could change some eyes blue.
We can start banging 46-year-old broads? All right. Why don't we take a little break? A little break ski.
Very good.
Everything has to end in ski for the rest of the show.
Apparently it did back on regular radio when we played Popeye and it seemed to fly. Boy, did we get away with fucking murder.
I listened to that.
I was just listening to the Popeye bit from the old NEW days, and it was like, her pusky. I stuck it in her pusky.
Can't say that.
It's like, what the fuck are you thinking? You're just putting a K in pussy. I took my cocksk, and I ramsked it up her ass. I fuckskied her in her cuntski.
It's pretty amazing what we used to get away with when
she puts my ball ski in her mouth ski, and I fucking skied in her mouth ski. What the fuck we got away with? It's like, hey, you're saying ski at the end of everything. It works.
ASCII.
ASCII.
Right in the old ASCII.
Up's the poopski shootski. And then wimpy blue ski me ski.
We got away with murder when no one knew who we were.
Murder.
It's called flying under the radar. They used to tell us, you guys are flying under the radar, but eventually you're going to be on that radar screen.
You know what happens when you fly under radar?
Deep trouble.
You slam into a mountain. That's what happens.
Yeah, you want everything on that radar screen.
Why did you do two different Popeyes? They're from different eras. They're both different.
Oh, there's this one. He used to talk about. And then when he'd like, I want to like make a point. It got louder. Oh me gosh, it's the sea hag. And I'm fuckskinner. Fucksky. Look at the size of her klitski. I said ski.
She smells like the sea.
The old sea hag. Ooh, her kuntski's like tuna ski. Oh, I could say tuna. Tuna.
All right, let's say hi to another trucker. Where have the truckers been, by the way? What's up, Jason?
On the road.
On the road, sure.
I'll take a guess.
Jason, what are you hauling?
I got Nabisco on right now.
Yeah? Are you guys allowed to sneak a box or two?
Cracker.
Yeah, sure.
It's just like, got boxes of Nabisco out there, shoving them in his mouth.
No, too real for him.
These girls can be really, hostile, if they turn the other direction, like I said, I was one night I was just making love to my girlfriend, and then, next thing I know, I got cops and stuff knocking on my front door. I was just trying to put my boots on, I was going to go to my sister's and spend the night with her, and all of a sudden, she's screaming, and, she's trying to pull me back into the door and everything, and then, before you know it, I got cops knocking on my front door and me getting in handcuffs, and I went to jail for 3 days.
Next thing you know, you're on the road eating Nilla wafers and torturing a prostitute with a stapler.
I love Nilla wafers.
Of course, they're
Aren't they great?
Nilla wafers. Oh boy! Here, all right, we got one. We've been doing some fishing. Amy.
Hi, One.
Hi.
I am bipolar,
Yeah.
and I really hate the way that chick portrayed us last night.
Really?
I mean, that really threw us in a bad light. Obviously, she is
Yes,
off her
it did,
list.
Amy. Yes, it did.
All right, you can't hear
Hey,
us?
no, I'm on my list. You
$100
don't
to the
have
guy
to
that gets her going.
Yeah,
use
$100
going
from my
me.
fucking wallet to the person that gets
Get
her
her going off? Okay.
Amy.
Yes.
So, when did you realize you were bipolar?
I was diagnosed when I was about 20.
Yeah.
So was that a good excuse to use for like all the failures in life that you've had?
Actually, a lot of shit that I did when I was a teenager. Yeah,
No,
it was
that's
a
not
great
what I'm asking you, sweetheart. I'm saying for all the failures, the failed relationships and stuff, now you just fall back on the bipolar shit?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a great excuse.
Or was it at the parents? Do you blame them a little bit?
No, you can't blame the parents.
No, huh?
It's a chemical thing.
Yeah.
So as long as you're on your meds, it's okay.
Oh, good.
Have you taken your meds this morning?
Yes, I have.
And what's the thing that like sets you off? What's the one thing that just makes Amy start getting there going?
Like start getting like really pissed off, bitch claws coming out, wanting to scratch people's eyes out.
What gets your polar on? I'm gonna get my polar on.
Yeah.
Ignorance, man. Fucking ignorance. People that just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That really pisses me off.
Let me ask you a question, too. You're saying it's chemical, but I don't think so. I think it's behavioral only.
Yeah.
I actually think it's just an excuse that's been used by the psychiatric community.
Absolutely. I think you guys hide behind the fact that it's some kind of illness. It's not an illness. It's, if I borrow a line from Jimmy's old comedy act, just stop doing it. Just stop doing that.
It's basically a petulant child grown up who doesn't know how to take no for an answer.
Well, no, I can take no for an answer. Now,
You can't, obviously. Your behavior showed that you can't.
But you can at least admit that you're seeking attention and it's a made-up disease.
It's an awesome
We're making up diseases every day at this point.
Yeah, like look at ADHD, man.
I think what they're saying here is you just ought to pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the excuse though.
I don't like.
I can get away with a lot of shit. Man.
I don't like being called ignorant. I really don't. I really think it's just a made up fucking thing.
No, you guys are awesome. I wasn't calling you ignorant.
Oh,
not at all, man. You guys fucking rock. I mean, I love you guys. But no, I'm talking about like people that I work with that are just so fucking stupid.
No, she's gonna go.
And
she's
you know, then the whole John and Jeff thing that's on before you guys just sucks. Then we have this local light FM radio guy.
Holy shit! Shut up, Amy. No one gives a shit.
I'm sorry. Save Lucky Louie though.
All right, Amy.
Does anybody remember laughter?
You do know you're boring the hell out of the entire audience, right? You're only on our show because you have bipolar, and we truly believe it's a made-up disease.
Whatever.
You can control those urges. You don't need medication or therapy.
Better living through chemicals, buddy. All right, go car crash it.
No. I'll let you slide.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Kidding.
Hey, first time caller. All right, there we go.
All right,
Crickets, blah, blah, blah.
No, hold on. People... Hey. Amy, hold on. People actually are very curious about this. Let's go to Mongo the trucker. Mongo.
I got the perfect diagnosis. She's just a cunt.
Fuck you, buddy. Whatever.
Yeah. Let's go to Matt in Arizona. Matt, you got a question for Amy?
No, I'd say the term is called batshit nuts.
What do you mean?
Batshit.
I think they're just batshit nuts. They get in front of they're going to be nice. They're going to try to get on Idol. They get turned down in life like they've been all life, and they just go batshit nuts. It's not bipolar. It's just an excuse, like you're saying.
What is that other thing? Crazier than a shithouse rat?
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing, a shithouse rat. Yep. Just running around, can't get out, smells like shit.
Let's go to Fred. Fred?
Scares people.
Hey, Amy. Hey, guys. Amy. What medication are you on? What medication are you on?
Lexapro.
Lexapro. Now, this chemically changes you. I mean, what happened in your youth? What actually happened in your youth that you think led you down this road?
Dude, are you gonna fucking psychoanalyze me? Jesus, no, I pay somebody $200 fucking an hour to do that shit. All right?
Yeah, but I'd like to understand what you think led you down this road, because you know a lot of people are listening, and you're like, it's scary just listening to you. You think you need a medication to get through the day. It's 9:44 in the morning. You're already on pills. What led you to this point in life? Where did the diagnosis start? Uncle? Cousin?
Fucking people like you, man.
No. Not like me. I was never in your youth. Come on, Amy. Tell me. What is it? What is it? Was it an uncle?
When I was younger, oh, fuck.
No. That's the medication talking, dear. Let's talk to the brain here. Was it an uncle? Was it a horsey ride on the knee? Hand under there? What originated all this?
Yeah, I had an Uncle Paul.
Oh, see, you're letting the medication talk. You got to let the people of America hear the real Amy. You got to call in maybe before you take that pill. That pill sets you right. Huh? What happens if you forget that pill?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. You just coast through life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything's fine, huh? So why do you take the pill at all?
Because I want to.
Oh, see, I'm starting to doubt this, because you got a perfect opportunity to explain the disease that you're saying you need to take medication for. And you're not even pursuing an opportunity to inform millions on how this kind of disease can start. Come on, Amy, help the audience out here. You got an opportunity. I have children. I have a daughter. I'd like to know where this type of thing originates, so I can avoid this.
Seriously, are you just fucking for real, dude?
I really am for real. Come on. What starts this disease? What starts you being able to have no emotional control? Where does that originate? Your day starts with a coffee and a pill. Why?
That's a good question.
Why?
It's probably just seeking attention.
You're completely out of control of yourself? Without this little pill in the morning, you'd flip?
No, I didn't say that.
Then why do you need a pill prescribed to you? What makes you bipolar? 1 minute, everything's fine, and the next minute, fuck you all. What is that? Where's that line? What causes it? Come on, you're not answering. People are listening. We need an answer.
Oh, no, you guys rock. I'm punching out.
Fucking Amy, no, come on. It's me and you. They're listening. I want to know.
Well,
I think she was turning.
Turning?
I had her, guys. Come on, man. 50 bucks.
That was an absolute...
I would have gave you 100. I would have gave you 100, no problem.
You guys know me, too, man. I would have loved to have that.
You are... Let me tell you something. I'd have hung up. You are so fucking annoying.
Who is he?
The voice... The whole thing, yeah, I
recognize Fred. Yeah, I recognize you, Fred.
Yeah, you guys met my boy Mike. You would probably remember my boy Mike. You all took pictures with him.
I remember this guy's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so grating and condescending.
Hey,
I just want to learn. I just want to learn. I have kids.
Exactly, I really did.
You're a despicable human being.
Hey, you gave me, when I introduced my friend to you, you gave me the look of I'm a despicable human being.
Yeah, I probably
And he doesn't mind me saying so. Do you remember who my friend is?
No, we don't.
Of course, we don't remember anybody. I work with people in this building. I swear to you. I point out people, unless they wear name tags. I don't know what the fuck their names are.
Well, speaking of which, I have name tags on right now.
Right now, we need them.
I'm like, oh yeah, I do a show with Anthony. There he is, right there.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's got one.
All right, Fred, thank you.
Who's your friend?
By the way, Sam K from Long Island, are you two morons to believe bipolar doesn't exist? Maybe this idiot doesn't have bipolar, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Way to pay attention, Sam K. All right, Bill, get us out of here.
What is
All right, what's the problem?
Oh, boy.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
The Emperor is not happy with his coffee.
Oh, no. Are we going to have to break into
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
Look at that cup. What brand is on that cup?
I don't know.
It doesn't taste good. I don't like it.
Where do we get our coffee every day?
I like Starbucks. And I don't like supporting the savages that run most of these delis.
You're insane.
Yup.
You betcha. You might be right.
Yeah.
What is this?
Hey, want to taste this?
Wow, that's really nice.
Throw it against the wall.
I'm a diva.
I want Starbucks coffee.
You betcha.
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
I know Starbucks is a big world order type of thing.
At least they're not funding terrorism.
All right, we're back.
But that's why. Yes.
What happened? We're a little distracted. They're throwing rocks in Beirut. They got a big thing going on, big protest. Huh?
Rocks against tanks.
Rocks against tanks.
A little faction.
Yeah, call me crazy, but I think Tank's going to win again.
Tanks win.
Tank seems to always win.
Tank beats rock.
Tank beats rock.
Rock, paper, gun. Rock, paper, tank.
And we were saying during the break, because this is on CNN, it's live, developing story, students protesting in Beirut? At least one student killed in clashes between students.
Students mean
tank students and rock students going at it?
Yeah. No, loyalists and the opposition.
Loyalists and the opposition. Very good. I was telling Anthony and Jimmy during the break that I kind of like the day. Unfortunately, we didn't get to live in this era. The day when, back in the day, when you just didn't know what was going on the other side of the world. You know?
It was...
you're doing your primitive farming somewhere.
Half a world away.
Primitive farming, trying to, I don't know, eke out a meal for your family.
Little existence. You're talking like Little House on the Prairie days?
I'm talking when you had like a little more hair than we have now. Just a little more. Not caveman, but somewhere in between where all you wanted to do was fucking give your family a meal.
So you never found out what was happening on the other side?
Never found out what was happening on the other side of the world. The sun is shining bright. You got primitive farm tools. The birds are chirping. And little did you know, on the other side of the world, Vikings were beheading each other. And
just like impaling each other.
Oh, yeah. Just horrific things were going on.
Guys were getting the nickname The Impaler.
Right. Entire races of people were just being wiped out.
Slaughtered.
And you know what? You went through your life, you had no fucking idea. No clue.
Didn't matter.
You were trying to figure out how to get to that little island over there. Couldn't figure out how to make a boat yet. Didn't really understand the concept. And on the other side of the world, they got boats. Vikings.
Oh, just hacking people.
Just violating Viking women because there were no rules back then.
Taking
no
law. Well, it's part of the thing of war. You know, you beat people up, you conquer people, and then you got to rape the women.
Yeah,
with the rules.
And now you just turn on the TV and you know what's going on,
and it's live
everywhere.
Pictures of Beirut,
every corner of the world.
Must have been nicer though back then when you just relax, you're just trying to like live and watch your beloved die of typhoid at age 24.
The typhus. Yeah, that's great. What happened? Oh, she got the consumption. The fuck is that?
So you know what?
The leeches.
Watch TV. We don't know what that is. We like to carve little scenes into whale teeth.
Scrimshaw.
Your wife would get the consumption, and then you'd have to bang the ugly broad in town. So you had someone that raised the kids.
Yeah. You have to wait till she died, coughing up the blood.
Because life was just simple back then. It was just.
No hospital or anything. They just laid in the bed up in the room while coughing into a white hanky with blood stains on it. And then when you die, they just put you in the parlor downstairs.
You'd have to wait outside the doors. The doctor's in there and comes out with this
little briefcase. Could be hours.
I would do something, but it's 1740.
I don't have a clue.
I know as much as you. I just got the title of doctor.
We haven't even figured out that washing our hands could save half the people we work on.
I was out tilling dirt. Now I'm going to fucking put my fingers in your colon, sir.
Right. Elbow deep in your fucking organs.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem.
Yes.
I don't know. Just bite on this bullet. I'll start hacking shit off and hope for the best.
Cut something off.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever you have a problem with.
We have to remove a leg. Well, will I be anesthetized? I don't know what that is. But here, chew on this wallet for a moment and have a sip of whiskey.
So whiskey'll do it.
That'll straighten you out.
As I saw your fucking leg off with this meat saw I borrowed from the butcher.
Oh my God!
But now, barbaric. Look, many different camera angles. But there's a day you wouldn't even know this was going on somewhere else.
Look at that. They got 3 different views there. One from, I guess, Al Jazeera.
25 hurt in clashes.
They're showing it as a party.
Opposition and violence in Beirut.
It's a New Year's celebration.
Yeah. All right. Protest against. How was America involved in screwing this whole thing up? How are we to blame for this?
The ugly
I'm
Americans.
sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah, there'll be some kind of angle. All right. Hey, Shark Guy. Let's get into Shark Guy for a few minutes.
Well, seems he got into... Got into the shark.
I haven't seen that.
Cute story. They had this really bad fucking animation on the news earlier. That was the most piss-poor fucking animation I've ever seen. It was supposed to depict the diver underwater getting half eaten by this shark.
Sorry,
that's okay.
I have to learn to look down when we go on to another subject.
Yeah.
It would really help this show. But Jason from Rye, don't forget the leeches. Got a problem in your foot? Let me put some leeches on your colon.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll cure whatever ails you.
Anyway, bad animation of the guy.
Yeah, they showed the shark story guy.
Yeah.
People have heard of it. He was diving and a shark bit him. Apparently almost in half.
What half, though?
Like it had his head and shoulders and stuff
fuck out
in his mouth.
It took his shampoo.
Swift, yeah. Fucking cornball, that was great. Give me that back, you.
He hit him in the eye with pert and it freed him.
So I guess the graphics department over at whatever news place that was, station, got together and put an animation together.
Well,
and it was just the worst, cheesiest looking thing.
Can't blame them. Budget cuts.
Yeah.
That's budget cuts.
Perhaps.
So they got some
They should
college
have just
kids.
used, like, dolls. That's how bad it was.
God, how funny would that be on the news?
Guy's hand just... and then he's swimming. Grrr. That's what they used to do.
What?
Like with the, not... Maybe I should clarify.
Well, I know with the Kid Toucher stories they did.
With the Apollo landings on the moon. You'd have the guy and he'd have the models. They'd have models of the Apollo, the lunar module, and the moon's surface, and the guy would hold it and go, and what the lunar module will do is, and he'd hold it up, and has to land, and he'd slowly bring it down on the surface of this big model of the moon.
How old are you?
I remember this as a kid.
Patrice
It was
asked that question on a daily basis when he's in here.
I was
How old are you?
Very
I don't remember
interested in the space program when I was a kid.
You don't seem older than me.
No, it's just I was very interested as a child watching this. And I remember seeing that. They'd use models and stuff. Now it's all computer graphics. That's all they use when they show things like, with
oh, shit. Well, Jimmy, yes.
I was just wondering, you said they use models. Maybe we misunderstood. Maybe that was the type of model he was talking about. That could have been a lunar module model.
Lunar module. Or lem.
I like yogurt. Guy survives being in a shark's mouth. Let's listen in on this one.
No.
A lifetime lover of the sea, 41-year-old Eric Nurhus is a professional diver, but his career and his life nearly came to an end when he found himself trapped in the jaws of a 10-foot white pointer shark.
I was off diving in one of the spots where I've been hundreds of times. I was following a line of abalone on the seafloor on top of the reef and had my head down. Next minute, I was just hit that hard. I was a bit shocked because I wasn't sure what happened to me, concentrating on these abalone. Next minute, I'm in like a dark cave that's squashing me like a vice. I went straight into its mouth, front onwards, and my shoulders, my head, and one arm went straight down into its throat. And then I could feel the teeth crunching up and down on my weight vest. It had me like half my body was in its mouth.
Holy shit. Jesus Christ.
The guy, all of a sudden you're just, you're looking at abalone, and then you're in a fucking shark's mouth feeling his throat as his teeth are biting down on you. That's fantastic. Stay out of the ocean. There's monsters in there. Real live monsters. That's a monster. If there weren't sharks, if sharks didn't exist, and someone wrote one and made a movie about it, you'd be like, oh my God, that's the most horrible monster. They're real. That's a real, live, living monster. We're safe here. Don't get scared. But when you go in the water,
there's monsters.
There's monsters under there.
The shark knocked Eric's oxygen mask off his face, breaking his nose. Struggling to breathe, Eric made a split-second decision that would save his life.
I poked my fingers into the eye socket, which the shark reacted to in a way that it opened its mouth a bit. The first thing, when I did jab it in the eye and retrieve my upper body and head from its mouth, was to put my reg back in and get a breath of air, which enabled me to act in a calm manner and ascend nice and carefully without kicking and splashing too much.
Once he reached the surface, Eric shouted for his son, who was on a nearby boat, having no idea what had just happened to his father.
This shoulder has got some deep lacerations. I can't use this arm at the moment because the muscle's cut. I've got 3 punches in my right chest muscle, and on my back I've got 5 or 6 puncture wounds.
Despite the incredible pain, he considers himself very lucky.
I couldn't think of a worse way to go than to end up as fish food, to be honest with you.
Those fucking Australians, is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Because they're hysterical. Just cool under pressure. The guy, I almost had my head taken off, and then I grabbed his eyeball and retrieved my head and shoulder and took a breath of oxygen and leisurely took a swim up. I figured I'd continue looking for abalone. The guy didn't fucking... how wouldn't you just be like... getting the bends because you're just fucking flying up to the surface? That would be the most frightening fucking thing. It's going, I ascended slyly, made sure I didn't kick or nothing. Didn't kick.
You would be screaming and
be trying to fucking curl your legs up into your face.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Just trying to swim help and then get to the top.
Yeah.
Help me, get the boat. It's like his son didn't know what happened. He probably went, hey, mate, you want to bring the boat over here? To use the... Shaq bit me head off. Fine now, though. Jesus. Fucking Aussies are hysterical. Tough bunch of fucks.
You gotta always look on the bright side. Jason from Rye couldn't think of a worse way to go. He could have been the goat.
Old goat recall.
And they found an ancient shark yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks like an eel.
It's really creepy looking, man.
Let me take a look at that. And then, Fast Freddy from Jamaica Station. So he poke-skied the shark ski in the ice ski.
Oh, in the ice socket ski. Then I fuck-skied it.
Until it had a heart attack ski.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah. Kevin from Beverly.
There's the goat strategy on it.
Did he light a match like Pinocchio so the shark would sneeze and let him go?
Doesn't work.
And then Chuck, there's monsters in the motherfucking ocean. Kind of like snakes on a plane.
There are.
I didn't feel like blowing out my voice. And then someone is commenting on how old Anthony is. Lewis from Canada. Ann is so old.
No.
All right. His social security number is 3.
No.
His social security number is 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's an old shark.
That's what they found? What the fuck
it's like
is that?
A cock with fucking fins.
It looks like a dolphin with the shark coming out of it.
It's gross.
Where did they find that?
It was near the surface. They usually swim too deep for people to see them. They very rarely see live samples. But it died shortly after because they took it and it was sick.
Rare shark captured on film. Where did they find this? Tokyo?
Yeah.
It was sick.
Exactly. In a hotel.
How do people see that? Because they got to see that. That is fucked up. What was the search on that there, Than?
It's on CNN.com front page right now.
It's on the front page. All right, CNN.com. Under the science section. That's fucking
eating
weird.
broth with a robe on. It was ill.
His friend partner shark was found dead with a lit Morse cigarette clenched between his fins.
Morse
with a tip on it, like the old queens love the tipped cigarette.
As he was walking his dogfish.
He was noodling, but not for catfish. It was in the anus of another shark.
We interrupt this program to bring you the ozone midget sighting of the day.
Stoney! Who saw this coming? What's up, Stoney?
What's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hey, I'm actually in the parking lot of the health club, and there's a retarded midget in front of this tax place wearing a Statue of Liberty outfit.
What?
You know what?
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Yeah, let's just leave that one alone.
Just let it sit.
Let it sit. Play the home version of the Opie and Anthony show and have fun with that one.
Wow.
Holy crap.
I got an interesting text I would like to share with the show.
Is it from Kenny?
No. It's from my ex, Erin.
Oh, God. We love when she contacts you.
Yeah, I do too. I miss her. She's
Speaking of kooks.
Oh, boy, she is nutty. I'm in criminal court right now listening to your show while I wait. I got arrested. I say why, and then she names her ex-boyfriend, punched me and butt me with a knife. Then he called the police like an idiot, and they arrested both of us, even though I was the one bleeding. And then the cops roughed me up. I was bleeding from the cops in addition to what he did to me. It's a crazy story. You got to hear it. He just went crazy. I spent 3 days in central booking.
Can you call her right now?
Well, that's...
Can we get her on the phone?
Well, she's in court. I don't think...
Yeah, but she says she's listening, and she just texts.
You could text, you just...
And she went, he's crazy. You even warned me that one day he'd flip out and hurt me. Do you remember telling me that?
You did?
I don't know. I should type back. I was just trying to fuck you.
Exactly. Why'd you warn her? You wouldn't get entertaining texts like this.
Oh, she's a nutty one, too, but she's not as crazy as him, I don't think.
She's pretty kooky. Wow.
Can we get her on the phone or no?
Oh, she just said, I would love to go on radio and blast the cops that beat me up.
Get her on the phone.
That's why I just texted her, can you call?
Does she know the numbers?
No, I don't even know if she can because she's in court.
You want to text the number just in case? I don't know which one they would give you.
Yeah, I would
love to know if she was resisting at all.
I don't know. I could see her resisting.
Yeah. Or at least mouthing off. Yeah. Should have tased her. That'd be great.
Which one, the 646?
Yeah. Give out the rest of the number.
Oh, don't be fresh.
You want to take a quick break?
You're getting fresh.
Bill, how about a quick one? We'll go quick. Go.
Quick.
Well, I've heard a lot of radio over the years. This is probably the worst. Way back in the middle 60s, there was a small station outside of Moline, Illinois. I believe it was WRCW, not sure of the call letters, 1590 daytimer, signed off at sunset rather. They were pretty bad. They were pretty darn bad. But this is probably worse.
Agapame to Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony show.
All right, we're patiently waiting for Jimmy's ex to call the show. She's at Central Booking here in New York City. Some kind of altercation with the police with a boyfriend.
Yeah,
I love the boyfriend stories with her.
She's the greatest.
We sat at Starbucks once. I don't know how long ago now.
2 years ago?
Probably at least 2 years ago, and she had story after story after story.
After me, we broke up, and we didn't talk for a while. And then we went back to being friends because she's actually like just one of my favorite fucking goofy people to know. And she was dating this other guy who was like, she had dated a couple people after me, and then she was like in a serious relationship with this guy who's like a hedge fund guy who makes millions of dollars, but he's nuts. He's truly crazy, and so is she. And it was very funny to listen to some of the stories, and she was really open. She doesn't care. And she would always tell me these fucking... I'm like, you're going to kill each other. She broke his plasma. I mean, just lunacy. Lunacy. She always accused him of going with hookers. She had his phone tapped, keystroke save on his computer that would email her everything he typed. I mean, I don't know how she's actually really bright. You wouldn't, because you think, she's just nutty with big tits, but she's a very smart, fucking deceptive, sneaky detective.
I think she's crazy.
Oh, she's nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she's going to call.
If she can, she will.
Yeah, of course she will.
She wants to just badmouth people.
I got a taste of something. I don't know if we have time to do the whole thing, but...
What?
Now look at me. I held sweet propulsion. Now, what's your problem? The Bible said I was wonderfully and fearfully made by God. Do you know God never said oops? God never says oops. People, I have learned to be content in whatsoever state I'm in.
A deaf evangelist?
For the first time in my life, I found out that I'm not
a retarded Jesus freak.
Okay. God loved me anyway.
He rocks inner voice.
And people, when you ever find out you're not okay, but that's okay, God loves you anyway, it will change your life.
Steve, before voice lessons.
Stroke guy?
You were not born to lose. You were born to win. And you can leave today a champion in the game of life.
I love that game. You spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Get a number, you move.
Well, when I think evangelists, I don't think people with disabilities. I would think they would be cursing God. What'd you think?
Of course they would.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
What's his affliction?
Cerebral palsy.
Oh, I didn't go with the palsy. Damn it.
Yeah, it's an evangelist with cerebral palsy.
Ew. Wow. And you're just thanking.
Hey, man, that's having some faith, man.
Exactly.
God fuck me, but I think he's great.
I guess you gotta. You're looking for the fucking,
Danny, what do you know about
innings.
this guy?
Well, not a lot, really. Just, I just knew the answer, so I was just hanging around in case you guys couldn't guess it.
Oh, thanks.
But, yeah, CP. It's terrific.
Yeah, wow.
You can't understand what he's saying.
Barely. I just was amazed that this guy was so into God.
You got to think about it. All right. God kind of fucked him a little bit on this whole thing.
A little bit.
On the planetary level here on this plane. But you would think he wants to get in good so that next time around, when he goes up to heaven or wherever you go.
When God goes for take two?
Right, take two, extra innings. Whatever.
He might not decide to drink that day.
Then, yeah. Then he turns out to be a guy, top of the heap. Never know.
I like this.
Maybe that's it.
I like this thinking differently stuff.
Reincarnation, you mean?
No, just whatever the afterlife is.
How funny would it be if he goes to the afterlife and he's even worse?
Worse off.
Like, not only does no one else have cerebral palsy, but angels like to beat people who do with their wings. They beat you.
With their giant wings. Yeah. You're like a fucking muskrat with cerebral palsy.
Yeah, even God hates you.
No, it would be hilarious. He has all that hope, and he comes back as that goat we were talking about.
Oh, the poor goat.
I thought it would be better this time.
Or a healthy, good-looking guy named Dirk, who's on his way to his first modeling thing, and then he's paralyzed by a drunk driver with cerebral palsy.
Dirk.
Wow. Well,
it is an awful fucking philosophy where if you did something bad in a past life, you got to come back and deal with some fucking affliction. It would be great if you had recollection of what you did. There's no fucking accountability. Like you're reincarnated into a fucking disaster, and you just got to go, oh, this is my life because I fucked up before, but I have no fucking recollection of it.
People say though that we do continue because we are made of energy. I mean, when you break it down, we are just kind of energy. So,
and this is hell right now. We're
that old gag.
Oh yeah.
Got some great blowjobs in hell. Hell ain't all that bad when you think about it.
I would think hell would be devoid of the blowjob. Like, this can't be hell. If anybody ever suggests that we're living hell right now,
that blows that theory.
Jimmy's got a great fucking point. If you learned anything on this program today, it's from Jimmy right there.
You know, you make a good point. Try getting head as an angel. That just doesn't work.
This is hell. Is it? How about the fucking blowjob is readily available?
If it was hell, every time you took your cock out, a girl would go to suck it, and the next thing you know, you'd have your half a torso and shoulder in a shark's mouth.
Shark mouth gouging at his eye, trying to fucking swim to the surface. Goddamn brave Australian. Bastard.
All right, a little David
Holes
background.
in my suit. Had holes in it from the teeth. Sharp teeth. Well, I'd stop, look for my knife. Looked around, saw some more abalone. Abalone.
I was looking forward to this all year.
It's great. Figured I was down there, fixed the engine on the boat. Fuck it. Fucking cunt shark.
Let's see what David is trying to say in this clip, because it's all about David's background.
Figure it out.
You've never heard a speaker like David Ring.
Yes, we have.
Born with cerebral palsy, orphaned at an early age, passed about from family to family, yet he emerged not victimized, but victorious.
Oh.
We throw away broken things, don't we? But God don't. God used broken people.
Can you dig that?
I am weak.
I mean, you could.
Then I am strong.
Play to that.
What?
What did he say?
Anyone?
God doesn't make broken things? I think. I don't know. I'm pulling shit out my ass here.
Maybe you should look in the mirror.
You don't make broken things except spines and certain brain fluids.
What the hell did he say?
I don't know.
All right, another clip of David. Yeah, even Danny at this point gave up. It's just another clip. Usually they help us out and describe the clips for us. Danny, another clip.
Not a clue.
No clue. Just play it and laugh.
Now, some of you look at me over, you look at me on one side and down the other. That's okay. I'm looking you over too. You'd say, well, I don't think I'm going to like you. Well, you don't have any option. Because the Lord Jesus said to love one another. Amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Yes. Bad news.
Oh, she can't.
I'll call as soon as I can. They yelled at me.
Of course.
Because I know her, and she probably tried to make a Bluetooth call in open court.
Yeah. They really frown on phones in the courtroom.
Can't get enough of her, man.
She's really
I miss her. I miss her being around.
Contempt 30 days.
Well, she got hit by a car, so she's...
What?
She'd gotten hit by a car. Cab or something.
Of course she has.
Yeah, she was crossing, so she was like having some brain trouble recently. She was worried. But she's fine now.
When did she get hit by a car?
I don't know. She told me after it happened. I talked to her when I was in L.A.
Jesus Christ.
She's always got something going on.
Oh, God, yeah. Then there was the motorcycle accident where she wiped out in a foreign country on a motorcycle. She had a fucking Porsche accident with Denzel Washington. I'm like, are you banging him? Dude, they're friends. Like, she knows him. She's like, no, we're just friends.
What was the story about her going overseas with the boyfriend and hookers and...
Oh, I don't even know.
Helicopter rides and...
I don't remember. I mean, if she told it, I'm sure she'll tell it again.
I'm trying to remember.
All of her stories always match up. Like, people think she's bullshitting, but she'll tell you the same thing 5 years later. I mean, it's like, she doesn't...
All right.
It's just silly.
David talks about being the youngest child.
Ooh.
I'm the baby of the family.
Baby.
I'm the baby of 8. And when I came along, they spoiled me rotten. I'm nothing but spoiled rotten.
By the way, he's the baby because after that thing popped out, fucking the husband took his Doc Martin and gave her a kick right in the tubes. They never fucked again after they saw him.
Here's Neil in Nashville. Neil's got it. Go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, it sounds like this guy's playing a never-ending game of Chubby Bunny.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That God thing or anything. Spit out the marshmallows, God.
Chubby bunny.
Oh my God! We didn't fucking weigh E-Rock. Speaking of, every Thursday.
Get that fat shit in here.
Because I think he might have slacked off.
Yes, he did.
All right, let's get through this.
I think he slacked off because he was doing well.
I knew there was something we had to accomplish today. Let's accomplish one lousy thing on this show today. All right, David talks about being the youngest child.
What? I'm numbered by 4 one brat, and I love every minute of it. The Bible says that I was wonderfully and fearfully made by God.
Wonderfully and fearfully
I love that.
made by God.
Okay, terrific.
There's got to be a fear involved there. There's a lot of fear in the religion.
All right. And finally, David, this clip is just labeled, I have no idea what this chant is.
I'm Paul R. Nelson. I'm Paul R. Nelson.
God became my all in all. I have cerebral palsy. Now, what's your problem?
Oh, I have cerebral palsy. And now, what's your problem? That I understood what you were talking about?
All right, enough.
That I have to sit and watch you?
Poor fella. Exactly. Poor guy.
Is he wheelchair bound? No? So he was standing, huh? Was he just shaking all over the place and kind of almost falling?
I haven't seen the guy in my neighborhood lately. I want to get a videotape of this guy. Business suit.
Okay, I'll bring my camera.
Dressed to the nines. Briefcase. And I used to watch him attempt to walk a block. It was tiring for everybody watching.
Just take forever.
Dude, the shaking and the flailing and dropping of the briefcase, the picking up of the briefcase, it drops again.
You ought to lock it there with handcuffs like it's top secret information from the CIA.
Dude, it is hell on earth. That one is hell on earth. I'm not bringing this up to laugh at it. It was so tiring to watch what this guy has to do on a daily basis. I once watched him.
How fucking
what?
How fucking I could have been a model with that line. It's so tiring to watch this guy.
Well, yeah. I think I was annoyed because he was tiring me out.
Is that hysterical?
All right, good point.
Oh, the guy just exhausts me.
Right. I saw him hail a cab one day. It was one of the most unbelievable things ever.
Planes are landing.
Ever. Right, ever. Cars are crashing because they're thinking he's signaling the car to avoid something.
Look out! There's what? I don't know. when you said I didn't bring him up to laugh at him, I'm like, well, maybe you didn't, but no, I feel obligated.
It's totally yeah.
Do you know what I'd like to do? I don't want to do anything bad to him, but I'd like to watch him walk the entire length of the sidewalk, and then when he gets to where I am, just slap his face. For no explanation. Just quietly walk up and give him a good crispy slap across his fucking
the guy.
face.
That'd be horrible, though.
With the twitches and the face going like this, and the arms and the legs all just doing whatever the hell they want at the same time.
You walk in somewhere like that, and then you get to where you're going, and you go, did I turn the oven off? You gotta turn back around and take the... Normally for anyone else, you jog back or something.
Yeah.
It's like, just horror walk.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Hope he just moved into a 5th floor walk up.
He's dead.
I don't know. Maybe, who knows? All right.
I gotta go, so I have to fly.
Oh, you didn't pack again,
I have some packed, but not all.
No, you don't. You're lying.
No, I do.
What'd you pack? Your toothbrush?
I have my toothbrush and my lubricant.
Oh.
My brother wants to know why there's no instant feedback link on Foundry anymore. I have plenty to say about the shark stories. Of course, my brother, the marine biologist.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
The responsible one in my family.
Where's Steve?
Well, it's up.
No, there's a link there. It's
up on. You got a link on Foundry, right?
How could you find it? I mean,
well, just go to Opie and Anthony.
Oh, look how scorned he looks when I say that.
Look at how tight those shirt sleeves are.
I know.
They're lovely.
Wow.
It's all very streamlined now. It's all very streamlined.
Streamlined. That's what I like to call it.
He's worked hard on it.
It's right
before
there.
Jimmy leaves, yeah, it's right up at the top.
We gotta weigh him.
Yeah,
maybe it needs to be underwater for your brother to see it.
But Kenny with the casual look. It's creeping everybody out.
Kenny.
The Harley Davidson long sleeve thermal.
And those big pants. You wear some fucking giant pants. You're a big guy. But, like, they're giant. I saw him before. He, like, pulled his shirt up so his tummy was showing. And then he pulled his pants up to his nipples.
Kenny's the last guy that pulls his jeans up past his belly button.
It's awful.
I don't know why.
You pull them up real high. And you're wearing a belt, right?
Yeah.
And you're still, like, pulling your pants up? I thought a belt is supposed to hold your pants where you put them.
No, they like are hip huggers. These are like Calvin Klein jeans. I don't understand.
Here, pull your pants up again for everybody. It's really...
Oh, he wears them really high.
Look, watch.
Look how high up his pants
No one wears them that high.
I swear to God, it's past his belly button.
That's what he does. Gives him the tug.
He likes the feeling of the seam just mushing his fucking ball vein up.
His ball vein.
We missed another great line. Thank you, Phil in Chicago, the evangelist. This guy should be in the movie My Baby is Black.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Yeah, very good. That's why we love you fuckers. All right. E-Rock, if you got to leave, Jimmy, you got to leave.
But I do want to see him get weighed if we can.
Oh, very good.
I have to.
Any money on the line this week?
Should be pretty fast.
All right, the story goes, E-Rock gained 21 pounds over the holidays. We all noticed and started pointing and laughing at him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You were up to how much? 200?
219.
219, but he did admit it was 21 pounds he gained.
Yeah.
And last we weighed you,
214.
You look like you lost a little bit. Although that neck, I still want to throw a fish at your mouth.
No, nah. The motivation's over.
Maybe you're right.
He gained a pound.
I hope you're right.
Pelican.
The motivation has ended.
Look at that pelican.
He went 2 weeks like trying, but now it's like, nah.
Fly, pelican. Trying to get the suds off his arm and use the remote.
fucking some dude from his cell phone. Ken is wearing mom jeans.
Yeah, you are. You're wearing like fucking soccer mom jeans.
That's
awful.
Chris from his cell phone.
Pair of sportabouts.
And he's unshaven today. That scares us all.
Yeah.
Because you're usually well kept.
I'll do better.
Yeah, you're casual. It's a travel day. So
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's
Gotta
fine.
take 2 planes.
2?
Yeah. Gotta go through Houston. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right. Let's weigh...
It's horrible.
Why one on that scale?
So
here he goes.
You were down at 214?
I'm saying right now, as I look at you, I'm saying 216.5.
Yeah, the motivation ended. Please. Yep. And you know what you have to do if you gain weight, right?
Blow all of us.
He has to do Chubby Bunny again.
Oh, fuck. You know, Mancow's going to be very upset. He's going to get his...
this is very irresponsible.
What is it called? The
Foundation for Responsible
Radio. Foundation for Responsible Radio is going to get after us.
All right, go ahead.
Nice shoes.
Oh, boy, that means you lost more weight.
Wait, hold on. Hang on, get back in.
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 213.8.
What?
No, 6.8 before.
Oh, look at E-Rock's all mad.
Oh, yeah.
What?
You called me fat.
He gained a pound?
What does that say? What does that say? It's now it's 214, 213.8.
Fucking asshole.
What?
It's going between like 0.6 and 0.8, so I like how Sam just rounds up.
The easiest fucking thing to do. We're weighing somebody.
So what's the weight?
213.8.
0.7. How about 0.6, 0.8, 0.7?
So you lost like...
a third of a pound. You lost nothing.
You lost a teaspoon of shit out of your body.
Yeah, a healthy dump, and you fucking lose more than that.
This morning he was straining really hard to fucking
Pop
shitting
out that
onto a
last
scale.
Right. Pop out that last... Oh. Ah, fuck.
A hard potential cancer shit.
Step on a scale.
Dude, you couldn't take one for the team and just turn into a fat fuck for a month so we could laugh at you a little bit?
Dude, in 2 weeks,
What the hell's wrong with you?
He lost a third of a pound.
A third of a pound.
At this rate, he'll be fucking fat until 2074.
All right. Well, Jimmy, have fun in Sacramento.
Yeah, Jim.
The punchline.
Godspeed, have fun.
Yeah.
How long's your layover?
An hour.
70 minutes.
Go ahead, humiliate me.
Call me a liar.
Kenny, what do you do on these long flights?
I try to sleep.
He does sleep. It's really comfortable looking. His
my God, I've seen it. Dude, I got pictures of it. I snapped pictures of you because you flew in first class with us last trip. And I got pictures of him sleeping. I got to post them. It is frightening.
Why is it frightening? Just because
his head is so
wide open?
far back.
Yeah.
He's such a big guy that his head goes above the headrest in the seat. So when he tries to lean his head back, it doesn't go into the nice little headrest. It's above it. So his head is snapped back like fucking Saddam Hussein's in the blanket after the hanging. It's fucking just... And his mouth is open. And he's just gurgling.
I've never seen anyone actually look dumb in slumber. It's like...
He looks like an idiot.
He's trying to eat the roof of the plane. Fucking mouth open, gasping for breath.
It's a strategy. He's hoping just in case he sleeps through cabin decompression, the air mask will fall right on his mouth and he'll be fine.
Jesus. All right, guys.
All right, I will see you guys... I'll see you Tuesday because I'm doing Sunday, so we fly home Monday.
Oh.
So I'll see you Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right.
Hi, boys.
You're looking sporty with your headband and your sunglasses. Digging the look.
See you soon.
Your little fuzzy head.
Bye, Kenny.
Go break a leg there, Jimmy.
Bye, sweetie.
Not literally. That means do good with your comedy act.
You're staying
there
here, Kenny?
Goes.
He's taking a cab home.
Oh.
He gets nervous when I wait outside his apartment.
Why?
I don't know.
Jimmy's a private guy in his apartment. He doesn't want you sitting out there while he's jacking off.
Yeah.
Because then you're out there, he's jerking off, and all he can think of is you sitting out in the car.
Can't blame
him. Can't blame him. Doesn't really conjure up any good fantasies.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's Voss tomorrow. People are asking.
Oh, did you hear that? I did.
What?
That collective. Oh,
fuck. Well, I've been putting off errands for about a week and a half. I guess tomorrow's the day I do them.
Heard the entire country go, oh, no.
Let's go into it with an open mind.
Please.
I can't get enough of Voss, actually.
Yeah, Voss is a good guest. He always opens up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of horrid stories of his younger days.
All right, let's do line of the day and get the hell out of here.
Line of the day.
What do we got there, Than? BowDogFight.com, I know that much.
Yeah.
Kenny, what do you know about BowDogFight.com? BODOG Fight.com.
I know you go on the internet and they're terrific.
Why are they terrific, though?
Great.
Because they're a sponsor of this show, and they have to be terrific because this is a terrific show.
Do you know what they do?
Yeah, they got a www.bowdog.com. Fight.com.
Oh, my God.
All right, let me put that in. Bowdog.com.
You've been part of the organization
since coming up an error.
BowDogFight.com. Why should the listeners go there?
Because you said so.
Oh, yeah, that makes people jump.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
All right. One runner-up?
One runner-up.
So we got today's runner-up line of the day.
I learned that whore who was skydiving and the goat had something in common. They were both asking for it.
That's what you learned today, John. Very good.
You're minding your business, you take a Viagra, you hear that goat bell tinkling. What are you supposed to do?
I thought the caller was going to get a rare line of the day, or runner-up line of the day, but it was Jimmy once again. Old Jimmy.
Callers barely get him.
Let's go with today's line of the day, thanks to BowDogFight.com. They do some of that ultimate fighting stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
And hot ring girls I'm looking at. We're on the website now, and they're doing something with Russia. There's no Russia anymore, though.
Yeah, there's a Russia.
Not really.
It's not Soviet Union. There's Russia.
It's still officially Russia?
Yeah, they're all small and lonely now because all the other countries are by themselves. They're not one big conglomerate. It's like if, like, Texas, like if the United States busted up and Texas or Alaska would be, like, take the United States name, you know?
Okay.
They would take the name America.
So there's
Russia, which was like the head muckety-muck of the Soviet Union. But then there's
other countries that were part of the old Russia that aren't part of the new Russia?
No, new Russia's just Russia. There was Russia, and then there were the Soviet, like, bloc countries that they had to listen to Russia.
Right.
Now they don't have to listen.
Yeah, that was a union.
The Soviet Union. Right.
Hey, let's say hi to Don the trucker. Don?
Hey, Don.
Good morning, gentlemen. Today I learned that there's no blowjobs in hell.
I'm glad somebody took that away from the show.
I dare you to try to get a blowjob from an angel. Just let that thought sit there all day.
Or the devil. It just doesn't happen in hell. This can't be. That's why this cannot be hell. Because the blowjob exists. Couldn't happen in hell.
Here's today's line of the day.
Pitchfork into your taint right in the middle of it. You're going, I can't be in hell. I'm getting a blowjob. Ow!
Yeah, they would fucking be a buzzkill with that, wouldn't they? Here is today's line of the day. Here comes the line of the day, line of the day.
I no longer need this.
What? She took off a
Late at night when all the world.
Plop spider leg with a turkey sandwich in his mouth.
You know what I thought should have won line of the day today? When we're doing the John and Jeff thing, and he goes, and I like, and then you hit the bleep perfectly. Yeah. That was really funny.
The bleep.
The bleep.
And you're wrong. Google Russia. What happens when you Google Russia? You get, like, fucking ads for Russian chicks? Yes, Dan?
I was just, in interest of fair play, a listener, unfortunately, just missed the time cutoff. The guy that said the CP preacher sounded like he had a mouthful of chubby, was doing chubby buns.
Yeah.
He would have made honorable mention had we had enough time.
Oh, right,
So that's good. That's good for the listeners, so they continue to try.
Yes.
If he would have made the cutoff, he would have got a runner-up line of the day. That's pretty cool. All right, we're out of here. Bye.
Opie and Anthony. It's like radio on steroids.
With extra small testicles. I have little balls.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iLikeToListen.com.